Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine.
It's time for brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jay Orenson.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to baffle ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. Steve Sipple is back. Bill Busch, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Full show ahead. Lots to get to. Sip, welcome back to Nebraska.
Oh, thank you, Jake.
It's good to have you back.
Yeah,
Did you miss us for
Yes,
3
I did.
days? Don't lie. Don't lie to us.
Did? Of course I missed you.
My parents didn't listen to the show when
Not
you were
even
gone.
for Bill.
No, they didn't.
If Sip's not there,
Sharon did
we're
not
not
listen.
listening.
It's like just let me know when Sip's back, then we'll get back involved.
Sharon's
It
a
was
great
just
woman.
it was just me and Jake, so they didn't listen.
I said we don't need to listen to Bill.
No,
It's our son. Doesn't matter. It's when Sip returns when it
Sip
matters.
returns to that. Please start off. Bullet update.
Bullet update. Bullet update.
It's been
Please.
our
The
lead
people
story
need
the
to
last
know.
3 days.
Oh, it's been a grind. I mean, think about it. This is Thursday. It was a week ago. It was a week ago today when the complications began, and he has acute pancreatitis, the little guy. And he's still in the hospital. I guess you call it the veterinary clinic.
Still the hospital.
Yeah.
But tell us, you went and saw Bullet. You saw Bullet yesterday.
I did. Yeah,
did? You
yeah,
went and saw him?
Yes,
yeah.
he visited
Trix
Bullet.
called and said, "Hey, they're letting us see him
Has
because
visitors now.
because he's not eating." And they thought, well, if we're there, he'll eat. And sure enough, Trixie shows up. I got there afterward. I didn't actually see him eat, but they put a little food in front of him, and Trixie's sitting there. He just gulped it right up. So our thing is, let's just take him home. But he's still having some, let's just say, complications
Okay.
without getting into the grizzly.
I told you to take him home last night.
Yeah. Bill offered to host him.
We were
House.
No,
We
no, but
were ready.
Bill's big thing was you should have just took him. Oh, he's
Yeah.
going with us.
Yeah.
I
I
he
think
was
he'd
a little. He
I-
needed
I
to be
think-
cleaned up.
I think
mean,
he'd be happier and he'd be eating. I think it'd be a better thing.
I think today's the day. I
Yeah.
hope today's the day.
But we had the water bowl with Bullet and everything.
It's a bed ready for
He
him.
had prepared.
There's a bed ready for him.
Bullet
Yeah.
had a
Well, I
home
said-
for him.
Yeah,
I
we
said,
have
I
a-
said if Trixie was busy with the things she couldn't do because she
Right.
travels with
Right,
work.
she's traveling.
Yeah, and so with that going on, I'm like, we're going to take.
Oh, we have a lot of complications because she's leaving, so we want to get Bullet home before she leaves.
Well, Bill's still here.
Yeah, I'm still
If
here.
you still can't somehow get
mean, might need
despite
help.
being back.
Bill has offered help, and the problem with doing that is I might take you up.
Yeah.
when
we're
she's
ready for Bullet.
Hey, Bill, go pick up my dog, please.
Yeah, we're ready for Bullet.
Or at least
we got-
check
it's
on
a
him.
Good
So-
Bullet update.
So yeah, Bullet I'll tell you this about Bullet. He was happy last night. He's not like I was worried I'd walk in and he'd be laying down and look up at you with droopy eyes, like. But it wasn't that at all. He just
was
wanted
happy
to go.
see you.
Yeah, he just wanted to go. He wanted to go on a
He's
walk.
the same way we were this morning when Sip walked.
No,
we were happy.
Began,
Our
by the way,
tail was wagging.
Yeah, we
by the way, Bill
tails were
began
wagging.
his loud, incredibly
I heard the horn.
obnoxious honking on 48.
I did.
On 48.
Was he behind you?
No,
Yeah.
he was coming toward me.
Yeah.
He saw me pull in.
I thought I heard it from up the block.
I opened
It
up
was
on
up
48.
the block.
It's
Yeah.
on 48. It's on 48.
He opened it up.
It was going for
upset.
quite some time in the
Yeah.
parking lot, too. It was
Yeah.
extended today. It really was.
It started on 48.
Sometimes I slow down by the window. I do. I slow down by the window.
Yeah, you did.
It's pretty obvious. I don't see that bit, but it's like, well, there's Bill,
was,
and he's sitting right there, and he's just laying on the horn.
I just wonder
That might have thrown Bella off. Bella
Yeah, I
probably
was-
wasn't ready for the horn.
Val is here.
Bella's here. Yeah,
Our new EP.
that's right.
Yeah, she's spry.
She's
look
doing a
at,
great
look
job.
at Bella.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
happy.
She's
She's
spry.
she is spry.
Yeah,
Good
She's
job, Bella.
happy to be here.
Yeah.
We need that kind of person.
Yeah, we do need that, Bella.
We do.
That
Oh,
energy matters
trust me.
over there.
When I walk in every morning and Jake's on the computer, I get nervous right away. Not that he can't do it, but he's usually angry.
Bella,
I guess just
Bella, you weren't here for the great missing toner day
we got
on Wednesday. If you'd have been here for the missing
No,
toner
wasn't
day,
that Monday?
Were you
Oh,
here for,
she was?
Oh,
That
you
was
were
Tu-
here- that's right,
she
you,
was
you
here.
were here for Toner
That was
Day.
Tuesday.
That's right.
It was a bad day.
Started off with Toner Day.
I couldn't print anything.
Yeah.
So
He gave me a blank piece of paper.
I gave him a blank sheet.
It throws him off. It throws him
He's
all I
like,
got.
no rundown. I said, well, I can't print, so I know you want to write your notes down. So here's a blank piece of paper for you.
Bella, I don't know. You don't know what you're getting into here. You don't. And I just want to tell you something. It'll get rough. It'll get grizzly on some days.
But
There'll
you're probably gonna get a hat.
You're gonna get a lot of presents.
You're gonna get presents. You're gonna
Yeah,
get hats and
yeah.
stuff. So if anybody has like a DeKalb hat for
Oh yeah, we need
Bella, what do you
Bella.
need? We'll go to the air.
yeah,
with
yes.
it.
What do you need? Any sort of
What do you
let,
need?
let us know.
Do you need any pins for
Yeah,
school?
yeah.
need some shirts, pants, anything.
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll get some.
Okay, well, just
we'll-
make a
Everything.
list.
She says
make a
everything.
list and we'll
Yeah.
get gear for you.
Yeah, we'll get you some gear.
Make a list.
Sipple's back. This is
Sipple's back,
amazing.
and it's time
Bullets
for.
on the ascending.
And we have idle chit chat.
Yeah.
Their sports takes are great,
Generally speaking.
but the random conversations are even better.
I don't know if you want to talk about that on the radio.
Hey, you just did.
You just did. I mean, we're not just talking amongst ourselves.
It's time for Idle Chit Chat on Early Break, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
Well, guess what? To kick off idle chit chat, we have gifts. I have to deliver. I have gifts for everybody.
See, Bella, we do get
right
gifts.
away. Right away.
I
It's
have,
unreal.
they're over here. Courtesy of our good friends David and Diet from Holdridge at Gifts and Things. You'll see. They work at a gift shop, and you're going to see why. Look at this stuff here.
Is there a better place to get gifts than
Well,
a gift
yeah,
shop?
No.
I just called Bella Bullet, so we're off to a great start. Bella, you'll get some gifts here.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Look at this. You're legitimately getting
This
gifts.
one says sip on it. There we go. That's your. Look
Thank
at that bag.
Okay.
Oh, it's
And then
heavy.
Bill, here's yours here.
Oh, it's cologne. It's a big bottle of Brut.
All right, there we are. Okay, look how
You wear
well.
Brute
Look
still.
how impressively these things are wrapped and taken care of in this bag. This is from our friends at Gifts and Things in Holdridge, Nebraska, about 2.5 hours away from
Holders.
Lincoln.
That's the dusters.
The dusters.
Yes, that's the dusters.
Can you get it untied?
Are we gonna do this now?
We're doing it right now.
Okay.
Yes, we'll do it right now. Opening up our gifts on the airwaves, and then
Oh wow!
What do we
Look
got
at
there,
this.
Bill?
Oh God,
It's
it's a back scratcher.
It's a back scratcher.
I'll be damned.
No. Oh, how about this? It's obviously it's a grill item.
Right, or a back
But
scratcher.
our names are on it.
and look
at that.
Jake's grill.
Names are on
No
They're
that.
embroidered.
That's incredible. From Gifts and Things. in
Gifts and
Holdridge.
How'd you get this
things.
open?
Just rip it open.
Yeah.
So we got there's a
Oh, what is this? Oh, whoa, barbecue sauce. This is
Bailey-
incredible.
Bailey's barbecue sauce made in Nebraska.
Wow.
Look at that right there.
God dang.
This is made in Laurel, Nebraska.
Okay.
Laurel. I'm
This is
opening mine up.
Bailey-
I'm
Bailey-
tasting it.
I'm sorry.
Bailey
Right.
barbecue sauce.
Oh my. Oh, it's a sweet and tangy. Oh, it's unbelievable.
You can't say this one on the airwaves because there's a cuss word, but it says Super Bleep Show.
Let me see.
Can't say that. Don't say that word
I
out loud.
won't.
Super Bleep Show seasoning, all-purpose seasoning there.
Super.
This is from Laurel, Nebraska.
Well, this stuff is, but the gifts and things are from.
No,
Holdridge,
yes,
yeah.
I've made that,
Okay.
but it was made in at that
So
Laurel
it's
Concord school system.
you say it's kind of a sweet sauce.
sweet and tangy.
Mm.
I tried it.
Mm.
You didn't try it?
I will right now.
Try
There's
it
a
right
little
now.
mini coaster right there. That it is.
Yeah.
Gifts and things. The gift shop for everyone. That's from our good friends Diet and David out in Holdridge.
Yeah, what a
And
name
gifts
too.
and
Thank your
things.
parents for naming you something really cool.
Special, very special. So,
Yes.
thank you, guys.
Gosh.
That's wonderful.
Come back to gifts.
I know that's from Gifts and Things. So good people there. Thank you.
Yeah,
for the
there is a
gifts.
swear word.
You can't say that out loud.
Yeah. What do you say for it?
Bleep.
Bullhit.
Bullhit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bullhit.
There you go, bullhit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh wow, this is incredible.
There we go. So
It's
thank
so
you.
tangy.
So
Oh,
Bill's open
Jake,
up the barbecue.
I've already
sauce.
tried it. It was
good.
It was
Jake.
unreal.
good job.
Hey, you want
Well,
to turn your steak over?
Yep, right.
I got
there.
it.
And
I'll
it
do
says
it.
Bill's name
I'll
on
do
it.
Watch this.
Bill's grill
Boom.
tool.
This will be able to have a name on it.
Like you
You,
know it's
could
yours.
use that for a back scratcher.
We've
Yep.
already got back scratch.
Spaghetti claws for back.
Oh, yeah,
scratchers.
yeah,
So, you do.
yeah.
You do have that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Missing
much.
Tooth Greg
Thank you.
has been very supportive of Bull, by the way. Thank you, Missing Tooth.
Okay, well that's great for Greg.
Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
And we might be eating Mexican tomorrow. I'll update all that.
Okay.
A lot going on right now.
All right. I don't chit chat. Anything from you build off from yesterday? Usually have something wild in your days.
I'm trying to think. I I usually do. I kind of
Usually you have something bizarre that happens.
Usually it's kind of a day-to-day thing.
You were on the phone a lot yesterday.
I was on the phone a lot yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot
with you.
There's quite a bit. I've been calling him too much about Bullet.
It's all about Bullet.
The first 10 minutes are he's doing all right. It's usually what we start with, but we're not out of the woods.
We're not out of the
woods. And then he used a word that the first day the word I had heard forever was he goes. If he doesn't make a turn, he goes, it's curtains. He says it's curtains. I haven't heard curtains. I mean, obviously the end, but now Bull's on it. But he goes, doesn't make a turn, it's curtains.
No.
That's what he said. I go,
come on. No, that's so morbid. Come on, man.
He goes, you haven't heard of that term, though. You've heard it.
You've heard? Oh, yeah, I heard it.
It's curtains. Curtains. Sick. What's wrong with you?
Closed.
I know. We know what it's about.
Church is out.
School's out for summer, man.
Park's closed.
Bullet's no Bullet. I mean, if you saw him yesterday, you'd say, why isn't he just home? He should be home.
That's what I jumped in on.
If you don't know Bullet, just look at my Twitter page. He's on it.
He's pinned at the very top of the page. Anything for you, Sip? We'll get to your trip in Texas in a second, but
no, it's just it was just a very hard. It was a hard travel. I got back our flight left at like 5 o'clock from Houston, 5 a.m. So it's one of those days where you're up at 3, after working until midnight. I actually feel pretty good though. I went to bed last night at 8:30.
Oh, you missed an epic game.
Who won that game?
That was a top 10
as
NFL. I mean, NBA.
As Bill chimed in on the text line or our group chat, it was a bad game last night. The Heat lost 109-94 to the Nuggets. It was Nuggets took over in the second half. It was a 5-point halftime lead.
Weird.
And the Nuggets had a very quick start to the third quarter, and it never got close after that. So the Heat fall by 15 points. And
strange series so far.
It is, blowout game 1. Game 2 was good. It was,
and you never would have expected Miami to win that game.
Game 2?
Yeah,
not really.
Not really.
After game 1 went.
No.
Is it possible? It's probably not legal, I'm sure, and I understand to be able to give back a trophy. But is there any way they can do that? Can they change it and make the Joker the MVP? Just give the trophy back. Just stop.
He had a triple-double again. 32 points. 21 rebounds and 10 assists.
Yeah. So 2 things. One thing, I made a couple notes. This is off the broadcast, which I really enjoyed. And they talked about when they were talking about the Joker, and I'm not sure if it was Van Gundy or who was talking at the time. But he said he would be a star in any era. So if the Joker was playing against Jabbar, Malone, Paris, all the big time names, whenever
he would be.
If he was playing against Wilt and Russell, he's still a star. He could have played. He can play inside with them. And then he has an outside game, and then he can pass. He can dribble. It's unreal. There was a couple times when Kevin Love was on him. What is Kevin Love? 6'10" at least.
Yeah, about 6'10".
He's for sure 6'10".
And he has him chested up. And he just over the top just scores. He can just put the ball on the rim and it's like ding, ding, ding in. It's unbelievable. Then shoot threes. Then make unbelievable passes and then hit mid-range jumpers.
He's really
give the trophy.
He's fun to watch. It's a big guy that is just generally he's fun to watch.
Doesn't he look fun? I think it'd be fun to hang out with like on a
Tuesday night. So yeah,
you think he'd be the guy you sit around with him. He'd be fun if he came.
I bet you laugh.
I bet in the locker room, but he's a lot of fun.
I think so. Yeah.
Don't know, but just give the trophy.
So 2-1. So 2-1.
2-1. Game 4 will be tomorrow or
I don't know. They're going 2 days between games.
So it must be Saturday.
Did they change back from the World Series style? They're not 2-3-2 anymore, aren't they? 2-2.
It's 2-2, 1-1-1. So game 4 Miami.
When
did
that change back, Jake?
That was a couple years ago. I don't want to say when for sure, but yeah.
Let's go a few years.
Let's go with a few years to be safe.
I hated that. I hated that. The 2-3-2.
You like 2-2, 1-1-1.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Back in the day if it went to Game 7, Lakers Celtics, they're flying cross country.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. Cross country, 6-hour flight. Yeah.
I really like having Bill here because he takes you back in time guy, which I like.
Yes. He does.
Better days.
Better days.
Sorry, Bella, Jake.
We understand.
It's old guy radio sometimes.
But
it is. I use your word curmudgeon on something.
He did.
That was
Well,
something.
you are a
he
bit
said,
of a
didn't Sip
curmudgeon.
call me a curmudgeon or something? They said, yeah, he did call you a curmudgeon.
Yeah,
on
you
Sunday.
can't be a curmudgeon. It'll be curtains.
Curtains if that happens.
You can't.
My favorite-
Don't abuse
I go,
the phrase.
What's going on with Bola like that? Looks like curtains.
Come on, man.
I go. That's what I said. I go.
That's the worst thing you can
We
possibly
got a rally
say.
bullet. We got the hospital bed ready at our house. Whatever we need. I learned how to install IVs on dogs. I googled it.
Did you Google
I
that too?
googled it.
Did you YouTube that?
I used that.
He did some practice on like a pet animal.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
He's doing
stuffed
fine.
animal.
He was great yesterday. He was full of energy. Wanted to go home. So hopefully today's the day.
Okay. So again, final score: Heat 109, Nuggets 94. 2-1 lead for the Nuggets in the series. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care. Call them today at 402-440-6297 for any of your fertilizer needs for your yard. Again, 402-440-6297. Newton's Lawn Care. Sip, you are back from 3 days in Texas.
Yes.
You had a chance to talk to Matt Rule down there, the Husker Online team.
Uh-huh.
I saw some pictures online where you were like right next to him.
No, I don't.
You were talking to Marcus Satterfield for sure.
Yeah.
God,
There was
where
a
are
lot
these
of-
I saw that
photos?
video.
There was a lot of pictures of you like
I don't want to see those.
like tightened up like so.
You had a hat on.
So what were
what does that mean when you say that? Because I didn't have a bald spot. Sean.
Sure.
My God,
It's
Jake.
hot in Texas. I don't want you getting sunburned up there.
Right.
You know, come on, we got to watch out for our heads here.
I think
Head
there-
safety.
I think
Watch
two-
out for your head.
I think 2 of the 3 in here have major problems.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Head sunburn.
Listen, I get it. I
Yes,
understand.
yeah.
Watch out for your head.
Right. Watch out
I
for that
don't.
sunburn.
Me and Bella are fine.
You guys have plenty of
Yeah,
hair.
Bella's
Plenty of
great.
hair.
I do have one more thing on Isle Chit Chat.
Okay. Before we get back to Texas, okay.
Before we get back to Texas, one more thing.
Yeah.
Like that because I mentioned this to Jake, but he won't put it on the rundown. So I thought we
Bill's Thrills.
that's
That's coming up here still.
But no, Indiana State baseball.
Okay,
Indiana State baseball.
give it to me.
They win the regionals at home. I'm almost sure that was at home that they won that.
I think you're right.
And then they win to host the super regionals.
Indiana State,
but they're not hosting the super regionals because there was an event going on already planned at the school and they couldn't override it. They said they didn't have enough volunteers to be able to host the super regionals. So they have to go to TCU.
Oh,
Where TCU should have been coming to them. Imagine this. Now, this is Indiana State. It'd been an epic finish with it. Now
that is interesting.
The event that's getting that is going on is an unbelievable event. I believe it's Special Olympics. Unbelievable. But what they said was they didn't have enough volunteers to be able to build to have the super regional baseball there. And I'm just thinking somewhere along the line when they're ahead, like in the last game, of being like, hey, let's get on the phone. Let's go on the internet. Let's see if we can find some people to help.
They weren't expecting it.
But just imagine the volunteers you could have had immediately for that.
I would think,
But not to have that plan
think so.
that you could win it. But it's a major. I was listening to D1 baseball the other day, and they're talking about it's like, well, is it a big deal? And the guy's like, yeah, it's huge.
It's a huge deal.
It's a huge deal. They're Indiana State. They could have been hosting a super regional. They're 2 wins away from going to the College World Series, and they've got to go to a hot TCU.
That sucks.
I don't want to cast aspersions anymore because I don't know all of this story that Bill brought up. But I mean, somebody dropped the ball on that.
And this wasn't a deal where it was like, well, we should be hosting, but the NCAA gave it to them. No, they gave it to Indiana State,
and they turned it down.
They turned it down. They said we can't do it.
I don't want to say I don't want to point my finger at the AD. I mean, maybe the AD's hands were cuffed. I don't know. Was
Larry Bird involved? That's what I want to know. Was Larry Bird involved?
Couldn't they have moved it to French Lick?
What's that?
Is there a ball field available
somewhere?
I
couldn't
that's
imagine.
where he's from.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know French Lick.
Or why?
Golf course there too.
And kind of what you said, I would imagine there would be a ballpark somewhere in Indiana to be able to have it, to at least have your
some
fans
volunteers
to be able to get there. Instead, they're in Texas.
Here's the bottom line. They didn't expect to be hosting it. That's the bottom line. See, if I were the coach, that would now maybe the coach didn't expect it either, but but if I were
whoa, how about that?
Can you believe this?
I mean, guys, we're in the jam if we win this.
Yeah.
Because
don't worry about it. Hey, listen.
Hey,
if we have to host the Super Regionals, we can't. Don't worry about it.
We're fine. We'll be done by then.
The scenario in my mind is that coach thought they could win it, but nobody else did.
Yeah.
And so they didn't plan on being a host. Oh my God.
So right now
I'm
all over the Sycamores. I want them to win. That's why I hope they can go down to TCU and
Yeah,
get this
TCU had a guy who had 11 RBIs in the game.
In one game.
He had 11 RBIs. I think he had 2 grand slams.
Yeah, you know what it was for the team they played? Curtains.
They're done.
Curtains.
Dunzo.
Bill, I just got to tell you, I think it's curtains for bullets.
So sad. How could you say that?
I said if
Belly said curtains.
I said if there's some things that unfold, it could be curtains.
Why would you go there though?
Well, that's a
why
scary
would you-
situation. I mean, it was. I'm not going to relive it because.
Tell you what was amazing.
Thanks.
Radio and professionalism was you, because Sip had to go through the Friday show and didn't tell us.
He did. We had no idea.
Didn't tell it that he's thinking he might walk out and there's no bullet.
Right. I mean, it was a horrifying.
We had no idea.
We had no idea.
Thursday was horrifying.
He's a pro. That's a pro.
Anyway, that's
Indiana
State. Story.
State.
We'll have to look that up. Okay, as far as Texas goes, it was 2 days of satellite cams, and one was at Mary Hardin Baylor, which I don't know. I'll just give you some color. There's not a ton of news. Actually, there was.
So you were side by side with the head coach and with the offensive coordinator.
Right. There was a lot.
So
now,
give us some insight. There was something was said that was inside information.
Well, there's a lot actually. When you go down to a thing like that, part of the reason, Jake, that you go is because there was basically unlimited access to the coaching staff, which you don't get.
Do you think they like you?
I don't know.
It's a good question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, can you read them like that?
Yeah. How do you read it?
How do you read the relationship?
When they see, is it like is it like
what's up?
Like a head nod, or is it?
No, it was good. I mean, at one point,
embrace? Do you do kind of this? And
I'm not. I do a little bit of that. I'm not as good at that. I think there's just some standard ways to do it that I'm not very good at. As you know, I'm kind of awkward. You've said it.
Socially.
So when he goes in for the handshake, Sip goes boom.
No, I do it.
The knuckle.
Yeah.
No, I do it. No, at one point, Rule did come up and say, "This is now." I don't know if this is just first year coach in a honeymoon period, or if this is just the way he is. It was just during the day, and he said, "Hey, you guys are always looking." He came up to Sean and I and said, "You guys are always looking for talking points. Here's a couple." I was like, "Well, thank you."
Write them down. Did you write them on your hand?
No, I committed them to memory. But you got a lot of time with Rule. You guys talked about how we don't need to go into the Selleck situation, which was interesting. That they're going to have 12 to 14 days, basically. I'm going to say the word sequestered. In Selleck,
good word. Sequestered.
In Selleck.
I told you as a coach, I'd love it. It's just,
would you?
Yeah, it's closer to home.
Would you like to sleep in a dorm bed?
You get like a bonus 45 minutes to an hour of sleep each day. I'm just like, hey, we're going. I'm right there. I'm gonna go right there. Sleep, get up, come right back here. Instead of the drive, which to my house is the 15 to 20-minute drive.
So the players will be staying in Selleck, which means they're going to be around each other, but also around the coaches for 16 hours a day or more. When it'll be 24 hours, but some of that will be sleep. Is my point. Probably not a lot of it will be sleep. So yeah, that was interesting. And then the Xavier Betts news was news. I mean, Xavier Betts is fully eligible. He had to pass 21 hours. Xavier Betts never missed a meeting, never missed a practice. Now that's different. That's a different Xavier Betts. This spring, never missed a meeting, never missed a practice. I think Betts could be a guy that you could point to as their leading receiver this year if he's right. And it looks like he's right. Now, everybody's going to say, no, Sip, come on, Kemp. Billy Kemp's going to be their leading receiver. They're going to target him. They're going to target him. They're going to target him. He's going to get way more targets. Yeah, he may get more targets. Betts may get more yards. I mean, he's more of a field stretcher. So those things. I mean, it was really frenetic, the trip, because we're all over the place. There's only 2 satellite camps, but one was in Belton, Texas, which is close to Waco. That was at Mary. I always get this wrong. Mary Hardin Baylor. Mary Baylor Hardin.
There you go.
It's a Division III school. Yeah, I have trouble with words. I always want to say Hardin Simmons, but it's not. It's Mary Hardin Baylor.
Oh.
And that is a beautiful. I don't know if you've ever been to that. That's a D3 power. So, they play Wesleyan, and they play Whitewater.
Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yeah, and it's a gorgeous stadium. It's almost strange to see a D3 stadium be that beautiful. Yeah. Then the others camp was in at Houston Christian, No, it was a Houston Christian University hosted camp, but it was at C.E. King High School because Houston Christian was having some kind of renovations. And that was a big one. There was more talent at that one. There was, 300 kids. There's a lot of talent. Nebraska made some offers.
Any D linemen?
No, that's the thing. There were D linemen, but it was
Big bodies are always just hard to find.
I know. And it was, you're right. When you go to a camp like that,
the wide receiver line's like 200 deep.
Right. And
200
DB.
deep.
Bill knows.
DBs.
Bill knows very well.
It's 200
It's
deep.
almost just about that.
Yeah. And you go to the D lineman, and then there's 6.
Damn,
Like 6.
where are you guys at?
And
Come on.
one of
It's
them,
not as many big bodies.
it's not big bodies. That's why they're just so valuable.
Right.
So valuable.
Right. So, and I think they might pick one up today. Not in-state kid. I think that kid, I'd watch that Tyson Terry from Omaha.
He's a big
North.
boy.
Yeah. That's outside of the camp realm, but yeah, there was a lot that came from this. It was good. I talked to Satterfield about the quarterbacks, and he's extremely, and we'll talk about it at 7 a.m. more. I mean, I'm just surprised to hear how, I guess I'm always surprised when a coach expresses so much confidence in a player.
One single player.
Yeah, well, but I remember, Bill, I came up covering Osborne, and he would never say much about anybody. So I still am always surprised when a guy gushes about a player, which is it's fine. I'm glad it's great. It makes for a great copy, but I will just say this. They are really confident in Sims.
That's good. That's great for the program.
Yeah.
Need that.
Yeah.
Well, you also, in your trip to Texas.
You want to talk about Rudy's?
No, I guess so. You sent me and Bill. You sent me a picture of your empty plate of food.
I didn't even get the picture.
No, I sent it to you guys. I sent it to the group chat
No,
last
It was
night.
not in the group chat.
Did I not send it to you?
No,
You sent that picture to me only. I put
then-
it in the group chat last
And
night.
that's when I had to circle it in yellow, the corn cob.
There were kernels of corn that were not eaten on that cob.
You just ate parts of,
Yeah. Bill went and zoomed in and circed that. You didn't eat all the corn.
There was
Really?
corn.
Yeah.
There was available
It
corn.
wasn't because I didn't like it. I just
Oh, you
whipped
had to
through
have liked it. I mean, you
I
got
ravaged
most
it.
of it.
I
Yeah,
mean, what
you're
you
right.
did to the bones were unbelievable.
You took a post picture. You didn't
Well,
take the
isn't that
pre-pic-
okay?
No, if you take a pre-picture, that's fine. I need to see what it was.
If you
and
would
then
have
what
sent
it
the pre-picture,
became.
though, I would have came unglued because there's nothing that I
Yeah, Bill does
despise
hate
more.
food pictures.
Yeah.
Social media.
But I
some
didn't
guy
send
took
it
a
on
picture of his
social.
steak.
It
Wait a
wasn't
second.
I
social
know.
media, Bill. It
I
was
didn't
just in
send it on
privacy
social.
here.
Yeah.
Just any food pictures, like no.
Why did I send it to you? I'm not even sure.
I was checking in with you and say, how are things going?
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
and I
sent
just
me a
sent you a
picture of your
photo.
finished
That's
plate
how
of
it's
food
going,
at Rudy's.
Yeah, I mean the only two places I'd mentioned, Bill knows one of them. Rudy's. I'll get to the other one. Rudy's is. People were saying, "Oh God, you just went to like the Kentucky Fried Chicken of barbecue." No, it's Rudy's is good. It's good. There were people that were on social media kind of going after Sean, like, "Why did you guys go to Rudy's?" I thought Rudy's was excellent.
You guys hit the next day, Famous Dave's.
Dickies.
Dickie.
Dickies and Famous Dave's.
Like,
Those places are good.
You know he likes chain
Yeah,
restaurants.
yeah.
Bill. I mean, I wouldn't
I'm
be
just the
surprised.
opposite. It's like that. Just do not eat at a chain ever, especially on the road. I'll eat at a chain occasionally. It doesn't bother me. But when you're on the road, it's like, no. First thing you ask is, what's local?
Yeah.
Tell me some place like
yeah.
that.
Well,
That's
Rudy's is
Chip
sort of local. It's not national. You can't eat at Rudy's in Nebraska, right?
It's true.
Okay, then Bucky's is. Oh God, don't. We'll just get Buck. We'll just
You've
get
been to Bucky's?
Bucky.
Don't
Bill
get me
started on this.
Don't get me.
Bucky's is
You need
Shoemakers
an hour.
times 100. Now,
The gas station Bucky's. Yeah, BUC.
Yeah.
You got it.
no, not a gas station.
Convenience store.
No, it is. I don't even know what to call it.
It's a.
Well, how would you describe it?
It's got everything. You could get firewood. They'd have firewood. You can get.
It's a trucker. It's a truck stop.
stop.
Yeah.
It's
Truck
a
stop.
massive
Truck
truck
stop.
Yeah.
and it's not.
It's like a vacation.
Yeah, I don't even know how to
It's just-
describe
It's
it.
a vacation, is what it is.
Yeah, you could stay in there.
Bill's
If
going
you're
to
going to go
Buc-ee's
for
on
something to
vacation.
eat, the first thing you do is you walk around.
Yeah,
It's like going to a food court too. It's like, hey, what's all here? Let's check it out. It's unbelievable.
it's
what
not
you can
just
get.
food though. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. You could Christmas shop in there.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, it'd almost be
Like
worth
you at
going back.
Shoemakers, yeah.
Way better though. I'm telling you, it's Shoemakers. Nothing against Shoemakers because I've given them enough free pub over the years.
Yeah.
Shoemakers, but it's Shoemakers times 100. Think about 100. I mean 100. Okay, it is.
You keep going hour on this.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say.
The
I had a
big-
brisket taco. Took the two of them. that's just one little thing. They got so much stuff. And the brisket taco was ridiculous. They make them fresh, you know.
The big thing at Buc-ee's also is they have workers at each station.
Yeah.
There's people. It's not like you just walk around and grab something off the shelf or pre-made like that. It's like, well, what would you like, sir? No problem. I'll make that for you real quick.
Yeah, we didn't stay in it long enough. We were only there for 15 minutes because we were on the run. But you could stay in there for 2 hours
easily,
and everybody knows about it down there. Oh yeah, you went to Buc-ee's. Oh god, people get excited when you tell them.
Well, we have a response about on the text from Buc-ee's here. Someone says Buc-ee's is basically a supermarket with 50 gas pumps.
Yes,
supermarket / Walmart kind of.
It's that big.
Yeah, it's that big.
It's that big.
Yeah.
Someone says Buc-ee's is the Walt Disney World of gas station convenience stores.
Yeah.
It's the head.
Who said that? They just named.
Oh, and and I don't want to get into bathroom talk because I think that's unappealing on the radio. But they call them world famous bathrooms, world famous bathrooms, and you can see why. I mean,
they're immaculate.
Yeah, they're immaculate.
That's the first they talk about. If you ever go to the bathroom in the Buc-ee's, you'll never go anyplace else.
No, they say world famous bathrooms
above it when you walk in.
Yeah.
What can make a bathroom world famous?
I don't know, but if I ever have
size and cleanliness, cleanliness would have to lead.
Which brings up another subject. If you ever have a business, don't you just automatically put world famous in front of it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Like if I had a
world famous coffee.
Yeah.
A taco business.
World famous tacos. Just put the words world famous in front of it.
I was going to question it, right?
Yeah.
I was going to these guys, they have to be good.
I mean, within limits.
Good.
Like if I sold tires. World famous tire center.
Steel belt tires.
But anyway, that was the trip. I'm glad to be back. There'll be a lot of copy coming. There was already a lot. It felt like a bold trip. We don't make bold trips anymore.
But this is your summer bold trip.
But this felt like one. And it was fun, but it was a lot of work.
Text line: the Buc-ee's in Florida are 130,000 square feet, and 120 gas pumps.
Now think about that.
What is 120 gas pumps?
Think about it, Jake.
Imagine him walking in. Could I get 30 on pump 6, please? Just people like.
I'll tell you something. It'd be interesting to work there. The foot traffic is enormous. Like there's a ton of people
in and out.
Yeah,
in and out.
Yeah. You'd really have to watch it, like security. You'd have to. They must have some sort of system to watch for people just taking stuff, shoplifters. There must be there's not a lot of doors in and out. I think there's only 2. That's the kind of stuff.
Just travel to one.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that one was outside Waco.
If I see a Buc-ee's at some point in my life, I'll make sure I stop down and visit.
Well, it's hard to do it.
They're all in the South, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I've never seen a Buc-ee's anywhere.
What's the closest Buc-ee's to us right now?
Textures 464-5685.
If we got in a car, if the 3 of us and Bella got in a car right after the show, how fast could we be in a Buc-ee's?
Ooh, that's
yes. Where are we going?
Bella, you drive.
Yeah, Bella's driving.
Yes, I'll sit up front. I get car sick.
Do you get car sick?
I don't know. I say that. So I make it up. I would say
that is really weak. That is weak. That is weak sauce.
I'm queasy. I'm queasy.
I don't believe.
If I
don't think that Bill gets car sick.
If not, it's curtains.
That's no.
It's curtains for me.
Curtains for Bill. Oh God.
Bill.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
You okay?
Bullet. Curtains.
Could be curtains.
So sad. How could you say that to Bill? I feel bad for Bill.
You put me in a bad spot. Yeah. Put me in a bad spot. I'm trying to get the hospital.
Jake, it was not.
I'm trying to get the hospital bed put together at the Busch house. And Laura goes, "What are the odds of him coming?" I go, "Not good. Curtains."
Oh God.
I said, "Laura, he's not going to make it."
It's sad.
Talk about bullet that.
How could you talk about bullet like that? When we come back, epic weight loss story in the NFL. We'll talk about the next early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and a strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Honk if you love trucks and bucks. Hold it if you're in traffic, maybe not. Hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, but we're excited to announce that Trucks and Bucks is finally back. And this year, we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play $2 Trucks and Bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
Hi, I'm a volleyball. It's an okay life. I go back and forth about it. But I really wish I was a Nebraska Lottery Powerball or Mega Millions Mega Ball. See, all they have to do is mix around in a big plastic bubble and roll down a ramp, and then people win millions. What a great life. As for me, I get thrown around all day and have to worry about getting spiked, which is about to happen right now. Oh, ow! Couldn't you just do a nice, gentle tip?
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? Electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the hot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You were so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages when it can be avoided. Call John Henry's today for a free sump pump estimate for your home.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm spins for practical and efficient seeds to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at timeless agronomy practice paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Why are some people more successful Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, futures.
Early break with Sip and Chit, brought to you by Dana Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
As discussed during the break, we think the Big Ten might be listening to Early Break, possibly. We were talking with Mike Schaefer was with us yesterday for an hour.
They're listening.
And we were saying, when are we going to have some news in the schedule and in the alignment of stuff next year in the Big Ten? Well, today we're going to hear at some point the plan for the Big Ten for 2024.
Probably around 10 a.m. That's usually the
your
release
guess?
time. Yeah, it's usually mid-morning. That's when the release time is going to come.
I listened to, I told you guys I listened to a broadcast of something the other day, and the one announcer corrected the other. He said, "Don't correct me on the air," but that release today will be 3:30.
Is that out there?
Is that already out
Yes.
there? Should be mid-morning. Should be mid-morning. That's what I said.
Bill says where it should.
I tried to be nice on that.
Yeah, I said I didn't say it was that I was wrong. I said this is what it should be.
Oh yeah, it was the NBA final. I told you guys I was listening to the NBA finals, and one of the announcers said the other one, "Don't correct me on the air." You guys can correct me on the air anytime.
We do all the time. We got a phone call from Greg and Milford.
We don't.
Oh
no, we do.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Greg and Milford.
It's okay, Bella.
You're on early break. Go ahead, Greg.
First thing I can say, Sip, good luck with your dog. I hope everything's been through that before. So
Bullet.
I know how that goes.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. A lot of people have gone through it, and it's a wicked time.
Oh yeah, my wife and I don't have kids, so they're pretty much our kids, and that was pretty stressful.
Yeah, I get it.
Bill, the continental breakfast was so bad that I went to the gas station both days.
Whoa!
In North Dakota, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I don't know if somebody texted in yet, but the world's biggest Buc-ee's is not going to be built in Denver.
Where's it going to be?
Tennessee.
I didn't. When I read it 2 days ago, they didn't have a site. They just said coming to Denver.
Oh,
okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. So I can't. So what do you think happened with your breakfast? Because you've been raving about those.
Where's
Best
Western?
This wasn't a Best Western. They didn't have one of those out here in the middle of oil country out here. It was
okay.
I stayed at Little Missouri Inn.
Okay.
In North Dakota.
And I knew it was going to go bad because the first morning I woke up, I had a tick stuck to me.
You had a who stuck to you? A what?
A tick.
A tick.
Oh boy.
Which of course are not in the city,
Right.
Yeah. So only in the country.
Yes.
But no, they had the powdered eggs, Bill, the fake sausage, and just
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you won't find that at Borders in Grand Island. I'll tell you that.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
I'll tell
rough.
you.
That's
you
rough.
won't find that at Best Western either.
No.
Okay, so
absolutely
the bad breakfast at Best Western in northern North Dakota.
It was not Best Western. It was Little Missouri Inn.
Oh,
yeah, but Best
sorry.
Western. The whole thing came up about pillows. How good the pillows are.
Super nice hotel though. I'd gladly stay there again. But yeah, the breakfast was not to die for.
Little what Inn? The Little
Missouri.
Little Missouri Inn. It's
This is
right
all
on the
very
Missouri
confusing.
River up here in North Dakota.
I can see why you're confused.
North Dakota, like how close? How north are you, and where north?
How close to
I'm
Canada
Williston.
was what we want to know.
Williston, if you know where.
Oh, I
Williston
absolutely know where Williston is. That boomed. That town boomed like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago because of the oil.
When they discovered oil, it just blew up.
It boomed. Yeah, my dad rode through. My dad rode through there on his Harley, and he was telling me about it. It was crazy how that. I mean, they didn't even. They had Walmart, and they wouldn't even unpack stuff.
Whoa!
People just go in and get it.
Dang.
Yeah, it was craziness.
They were paying I know 10 years ago when it blew up, they were paying Walmart people like $100,000 a year to keep people employed.
Right. It was
Or to keep people there from losing them from the oil field.
Yeah, Williston boomed.
How is the air quality?
Good.
There's a lot of fires in Canada.
Right.
For being right by Canada, zero smoke.
Zero smoke. So
I think mostly in the northeast.
Yes.
Right there,
Yes.
Northeast getting
Yes.
smoke. In New York
President
City.
Busch,
Well,
yes.
Little off on this
Very northwest.
yes.
Very northwest.
So you were close to Canada then. One.
Yeah, I think
Real
we're only like 40 minutes from the border.
Should have brought your passport.
Yeah.
Okay, got up there and done some fishing.
Got some maple syrup.
There's
They have
really
great
no
syrup up
reason to
there.
go to Canada right now.
Not at all.
It's on fire.
It's on fire.
All right. It seems like that place is like spontaneously combusting every day.
Well, sometimes it happens.
Well, thank you for
Thank
calling
you, Greg.
in.
We appreciate the phone call.
God, that breakfast thing is depressing to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, that
It means a lot when you get up and your breakfast is good. Well, me and Jake talked about waffle maker, how that's been really it's been replaced by the pancake machine,
Which is
It's
awesome,
a
by the way.
pancake factory. You just
Is that
press,
right?
you just tell them what it is. You just press a button and
Seriously,
two pancakes come out.
I was at the Holiday Inn in Peoria,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Vacationing.
no, he was on the run.
On the run.
He was on the lam.
They say just push this button and two cakes will pop out in about a minute. And it was about a minute that two pancakes popped
You had
out
to
of my
pour the
plate.
batter in there,
No,
though?
no.
That's it.
You push a button.
The batter is so some lady gets there like it 2 a.m. and
just
fills
loads that thing
fills the batter vat.
Doesn't it ever run out?
I don't know. Well, I think
But
there's enough
anyway,
of that.
you just pressed a button and out popped pancakes.
After a minute, but the thing is, you got to be patient because people think, "Where's the cakes at?" They push like 4 times, and here
They
comes
have to
8
cook.
pancakes
Yeah.
now. You got to let them, cook exactly. Put the batter down, let them come through the belt, and there they are at the very end.
Yeah.
You can watch.
They're about this big.
You can squat down and watch the pancakes get made,
Yeah.
and watch them come all the way through the belt and drop off at your plate.
Interesting. Now, and you say that's replaced the waffle maker in hotels?
Yes.
You don't see those very often anymore.
Well,
I see
the
plenty
waffle
still.
maker.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that's the disaster of the continental breakfast.
That's a
Nobody-
shot show.
it
That's
is,
what that
it
is.
It's a shot show.
Yeah.
If there's stuff on the side, and
It
generally
is.
you'll find some like second grader giving it a shot, and it's all jacked up, and it's just I can't imagine the poor people that have to go at the end of the day. Go, what do you got to do? I got to go clean up this,
Clean up, yeah.
the waffle area. The pancake factory don't have that problem.
No,
Yeah.
no.
The waffle thing, even for
It's
an
a lot.
adult, is challenging.
It's challenging.
It is.
Yeah.
I've tried it and it didn't go well.
And the
You
waffle,
just push the button.
No,
waffle.
We're
You
on
got
to
to
the
pour.
waffle maker.
You got to pour the.
Yeah, I
it gets
know.
You got to pour
The
it in.
key to the waffle machine, you
What?
don't let it be on there the whole time because then it'll be too crispy. If you want to have a little bit of fluff, you take it off about 20, 30 seconds before it says it's supposed to be done. That's the key. That's the key to the waffle machine. There's a come on. There's a real thing here.
I won't touch the waffle machine at the.
If you
Continental
go the full minutes allowed,
I know,
it's
and
too
I'm
it's
like
too
you.
crispy.
I don't like it crispy.
I don't
Right, you got to take it off 30 seconds before it says to be done.
First of all, I don't even eat them because I don't eat waffles.
That's sad, Bill.
I don't touch them.
Sad.
I don't touch
Why you
them.
went to Waffle House and ordered pancakes for
That's
crying
why
out
because I
loud?
don't like waffles. I don't.
I do
Except
like
for Eggo waffles.
Well, those are
Tremendous.
waffles.
Well, that's a waffle.
It's
What's
way
the
different.
difference?
They're about that. Oh, it's so
Come
different.
on, it's a waffle.
Oh, get a Belgian waffle and get an Eggo and tell me it's the same. I'll lose
Okay,
it. I'll stop.
that's-
That's curtains for
right.
you guys. Stop.
He makes a point
Yeah,
there. He
not
makes
the
a point
same.
there. It's not the same.
Real quick, but regarding food and a lack of food,
Okay.
you guys see Russell
Oh, yeah,
Okung. Russell Okung, a former Texas lineman and NFL lineman, lost 100+ pounds in like 6 months, something like that. He fasted for 40 days. He did not eat anything. He just drank water for 40 days.
How do you do that?
How do you survive?
I don't know if
Food
you
is
can.
energy. You can't just like go work out and be productive by only drinking water and eating nothing at all. I don't understand how we could possibly do this and be well still.
I didn't know you could go without eating for 40 days.
He just drank a lot of water for 40 days. That's it. 40 days.
That's committed though.
It is.
How about that? I got a wedding in in 2 months.
Fasting for 40
Gotta
days.
drop
Jake,
some pounds.
How often do you go 4 hours without eating?
Hardly ever.
Right.
Never.
Not a lot of people.
If I do, I'm cranky.
I know this. He made his oatmeal yesterday, just all watery.
Yeah, it was a
he
poor.
He overwatered.
It was a poor job with the oatmeal,
Yeah.
but I did a good
You
job.
usually don't do that.
I told Bill this is disappointing.
Yeah.
I did a poor job on the measuring here of the water. So that's what happens. When we come back, Rick Heyman's Song of the Day is next on
Oh,
Early
Rick.
Break
Oh,
on the
Rick.
Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and the Ticket FM.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2000. We're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for, along with the friendly staff we're whether you're starting or expanding business, our team for you, your community, Your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Judson Irrigation, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schools or for yourself and your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Again Sports at 48th. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Husker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Husker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 467-1627.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive. Interested? Apply on our page at GarnerIndustries.com.
Move over, Jake.
I'm moving. Jeez.
Thursdays are reserved for a man wider range of music Jake could ever dream of.
This is the golden era. You would hear this on any radio station. You know, it wasn't like it is now.
Okay.
You know, you got country, you got R&B, you got pop, you got rap, you got rock. They didn't have that then. You heard everything.
Man who knows a good song when he hears it, just as much as a good diamond when he sees it.
You get a diamond!
Yes, I do get
Brilliant.
a diamond. I get a diamond, and that makes me happy.
It's time for Rick Heyman's Song of the Day, sponsored by Starter Heyman Jewelers, on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket.
Look over yonder. What do you see? The sun is rising, most definitely. A new day is coming. Ooh, people are changing. decision. Better get ready.
Song of the day, Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. 464-568-5. 1 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on Rick Heyman, Starter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
That's all right. So don't you give up now. So easy to find. Just look to your soul. Look to your soul and open your mind.
Once again, your Song of the Day, Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. 464-568-5. 1 is bad. 10 is good. Text your rating on Rick Heyman, Starter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day. You guys were singing that one here in studio.
Can I just congratulate Rick?
You can.
Rick, congratulations on that song. Thank you for bringing that to the airwaves. It's a gorgeous song. It's timeless. It never would turn the dial when it comes on. But just thank you for doing that. I give that a 9.667. 9.667.
That's pretty high. It's a good score. Bill?
I can't believe that music sounded that good 50 years ago. That's what I was listening to that. That's the first thing I was like, it was incredible.
Thanks for saying that.
It was just absolutely incredible. Rick Heyman, wow.
God, he nailed it.
No curtains for you. I'll tell you that, Rick.
Stop it.
That's just amazing song like that. Just, I love the woo-hoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you guys sang that pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
I got to give it to you.
It's a gorgeous song.
It's an unbelievable song. Thank you. It's a 944429.
Okay, so high scores. I'll go with the 9 flat. Very.
Would you?
Yeah, that's a very pleasant. It's a very pleasant sound. You can't dislike that sound.
And we're not going to play it for like before game 4 of the Heat game in the locker room.
But if you're chilling, you're having a good time. At that.
Throw on Tommy James. Quick. Let's start this.
Let's get this place going.
Hey, Jimmy Butler, throw on Tommy James. Quick.
We are joined now by Rick Heyman, Starter Heyman Jewelers on the Allo VIP hotline. Rick, good morning. Good song today.
Top of the morning to you, fellas. Thanks for that great rating and that great-looking VIP picture thing.
That's you, Rick. You're on the VIP hotline, my friend.
That's nice.
I'd like
set
to
that
see
up.
it. Jake doesn't let us see
No,
this.
No, because you'd be looking and get distracted, so I don't have it.
We do get distracted.
I got to watch out for the best interest of us here.
We would get distracted very easily.
All right, from the lake, we're joined by Rick.
Are you on the pontoon right now, Rick?
Am I what?
On
No, I'm not on the pontoon.
Okay.
It's a little breezy this morning out here at Casa de Beachfront Bargainite.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'm gonna clean it all out today. It's a little messy.
Gotcha.
A lot of fishing gear in there.
Okay.
I've been to Buc-ee's. I've been to Rudy's. In fact, one of the biggest Rudy's is in Austin, and my son used to live there. Took us out there one time, and what I remember most about it was they had these auto hand washing deals you stick your hands into.
That's right.
Like doctors and surgeons.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Good food.
Thank you.
Really good. Buc-ee's is like Golden Corral meets Walmart meets,
Hold on.
Casey's.
Yeah,
I don't
finish that. Golden Corral meets Walmart
meets Casey's.
Meets Casey's. Not bad. That's pretty good. That's a good description of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tommy James, 54 years ago, this is the first concert I ever went to. And I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was 13 or 12. It was at Pershing.
Okay.
Right down in front there, back
Simple
in the
box
day,
there.
they didn't have seating. You just crammed in there. Amazing song, amazing guy. There's so much trivia about this guy that we could spend a half hour. I'm not going to do that, obviously. We don't have time, but I will post later some very interesting interviews with this guy on my Facebook.
Okay.
And I'll explain that in a second. Now, In 1965, a local dance promoter, Bob Mack, found a copy of Hanky Panky. You remember that song? My baby does hanky panky.
Yeah.
It was, it was in a used record bin, and he started playing it in his dance clubs. And then a bootlegger made a copy of the song. These guys were nobody back then, but they recorded this little single. So they sold 80,000 copies in 10 days of this bootleg copy. And it started getting on local radio stations back in Pittsburgh and some other areas. And it went, straight to the top of the charts, including Billboard, Cashbox, and Record World, which back in those days were the bigs. So they ended up getting a lot of national attention, and they went to New York and they interviewed with several record companies to get a record deal. And actually Tommy has been interviewed multiple times about what happened. They ended up going to all these different record companies, and they were all thrilled, and they were like, couldn't wait to sign them. And all of a sudden the next day they all wouldn't return their calls. And it turned out the reason was that Morris Levy, who was the head of Roulette Records, strong-armed all the other record companies and said, that's my band and those are my songs. Well, later it was found out that the mob actually owned Roulette Records, and it was a money laundering place for them.
I'll be darned.
And so these guys never got any money. So until and he never talked about it until the mob. It was the Gambini family. The Genovese crime family. They went into a war with the Gambinos, and eventually everybody ended up dead. And only after that, which was in the late 70s, early 80s, did they ever see a penny out of any of their recordings. So he wrote a book. It's called Music and the Mob.
Yeah.
They were going to make a movie out of it, but I'll post an interview about how he describes how that all went down.
Okay.
They also were scheduled to play at Woodstock.
Okay.
And at the time he lived in Hawaii, and the guy, what's his name, called him up and said, guy that ran Woodstock, he said, you need to come out to this hog farm in upstate New York. It's going to be pretty important. And he said, nah, I think we'll pass. So they didn't go to Woodstock. Didn't understand the significance of it back then. Okay. Stump the Sippers and Coach.
Nice.
Now I'm going to give you, these are pretty general easy. Okay. So I don't want to hear any moaning.
Calculus.
First one's for Sip. Was Tommy James' real last name Jackson, Tadger, or Houlihan?
Oh, God.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah. Tadger.
Close. He was known as that. That's a partial diamond. His real last name was Jackson.
Trick questions. I got the trick question.
Yeah, trick
today.
question. Yeah, interesting.
Let's see what Bill has for calculus over here.
Exactly. Let's see what the one.
Yeah. So I got partial diamond.
All
I'll
right,
take
Coach.
that. I'll take that.
You got a partial diamond.
What's Tommy's parents' names?
Mr. and Mrs. Tommy. What very famous TV series featured this song prominently in a couple of episodes? The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, or Succession?
Oh.
Breaking Bad.
You get a diamond!
Brilliant.
Crystal Blue, Persuasion, the Blue Meth.
Yes.
Oh, God. Yes.
Makes sense, right? All right. Hey, Bill's on the board here. Bill is on the board.
He's on the board.
Okay.
And back to Sip, does this song refer to LSD, meth, or Tommy's faith in Jesus?
Tommy's faith in Jesus. Give me a diamond. Thank you.
You get a diamond. Yes, Brilliant. It was taken from the book of Revelation.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah. So that's 2.5 out of 3.
Yes.
Diamond stick. You got a half a diamond for the first one.
We are adorned in diamonds.
You guys are killing it right now. You're killing it.
I'm getting you guys some bedazzled hats. You'll have them pretty soon. Then we'll put a new little dazzle on there each time you get one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting.
Incidentally, cool places to go that are up and coming. We're getting a Smash Park up here in La Vista. I don't know if you guys know about those, but they're mainly pickleball, but they're also all these arcades and all this stuff, restaurant, bar. It's right there by Cabela's and Costco. It's going in right now. They've got one in Des Moines and one in Minneapolis. It's going to be really cool.
Wonder if I can get a job there.
Rick?
Yeah.
Rick, before I let you go, what's going on right now at Sartor Heyman Jewelers?
Hey, remember, breakers get 10% off. Sartor Heyman always has something new. You need to stop in or check us out on our website. We have a very big announcement coming towards the end of the summer. We've been the best of Lincoln and Grand Island so many times we can't even count anymore. Don't settle for less. Get the best. SartorHeyman.com. You're definitely going to want to go to my personal Facebook at Rick Heyman later today as I post a whole bunch of fun stuff about Tommy James Jackson and the Shondells and this great song, Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Rick, always good stuff. Thanks for the time. We will chat with you again next week.
All I could think about.
Bye-bye.
As Rick Heyman. Sartor Heyman Jewelers. What were you thinking about, Bill?
Oh, when he said that he saw Tommy James and the Shondells at Pershing was Mel Maines had to be there.
Maybe.
I'm saying I get you right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I bet Mel Maines was at that concert.
R.I.P. I think R.I.P. on that one.
Yes.
But he was that was a giant. He was a giant. Jake, what do you got coming up?
Top of the hour next. We'll talk a little Jeff Sims. Jeff Sims and accuracy. How do you fix accuracy? Is it possible? Yes, the quarterback.
All right.
That's top of the hour next. An early break in the ticket.
Thanks.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KFM Firth, 97 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Spring is here, and Acres has financing on all John Deere tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors. General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. Now hiring plumbers, electricians, techs, and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Club or space club, like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers.
So-
I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Thursday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch. Hour 2 sponsored by Midwest Bank, member FDIC, located in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers by the end of this year. Again, Midwest Bank, member FDIC. You can always call or text us 402-464-5685. Watch and comment on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, or Allo Channel 951. Sip, you had something on your mind?
I'm trying to put all this stuff together in my head. And
I love when you do this. I do. I love when he does.
I gave him the floor. Gave him the floor.
That's always been. It's
gone well for the show when that's happened in the past.
It's been curtains.
College football. I try to put the stuff together in my head. See, here's what's going on in Nebraska right now. And Bill was in this world in different forms. You've been all over the map, so you've seen a lot of different things. You've been to Rutgers, you've been to Utah State, Nebraska, LSU. Where else have you been?
Ohio State, Wisconsin, Utah.
Yeah, everywhere. Anyway, Nebraska right now, they're because of their recent struggles, they're not some big name 5-star, 4-star players really aren't available to Nebraska. Now they did have a visitor yesterday, Marquise Easley, who's a 4-star offensive tackle from Kankakee. And he visited. He made an unofficial visit, but he's considering Alabama and Georgia. Georgia wants him, and he's going to Oklahoma today, and Tennessee wants him. I mean, it's really a long shot. I mean, it's hard right now for Nebraska. So the camps. See, this is what I was getting at. What I was thinking when we were coming back, just trying to put all this together in my head. They have to go find under the radar players right now because they're not getting the guys that are on the radar, especially the most prominent on the radar guys. They're just not. So you got to go scour. That am I wrong?
Oh, absolutely not. You have to scour. It's always
you always have to scour.
Everyone's on the move. Generally, you're going to find more when if you say you're doing kind of a deep scrub. to find every type of player there is. You usually have better luck with that in spring recruiting. And that's also where it helps if you're area recruiting. So at that, it's always the first, the general comment back in the day was always, which I used up until last year, would always be talking about that. Hey, who's the best player you played against? Who's the one guy that they're like, and you usually get this. I'll tell you what, there's a guy probably not getting enough attention, but their middle linebacker you can't block him. He's 5'11". He's like that, but he's a little bit undersized. That's why, but he's the best player in our league. That's how you find out those things. That's other coaches will go kind of this. They'll throw out like, you know what, that guy there. And I remember several times, even last year when I was in Texas, they'd be like, hey, listen, there's a D lineman over here. He's 6 foot, but he's the one guy in this league that no one can block. Everyone knows that that's the guy they can't block.
Okay, that's
where you get the information more, because if you go and you better have your. I know several times to say it was at LSU. We'd be like, whoa, check that out. Look, oh, wow. Did you see what he just ran? Did you see his time? See what he just jumped like that? And then you go back like that. And okay, let's go back. Let's watch his film again. Yeah, no. Yeah,
can't play.
Can't play. So sometimes you get excited about some of the other things with it. Now, if you know he can play or has some things, that's why being able to see him usually in the spring, you'll find more than you will for those parts. Because but people go out, you'll have some luck with it. And then you just have to go to work during those camps like that. And so I'm sure everyone was. So I'm just telling you how it works when you go to those camps is when you hit those camps,
those satellite camps,
when you go to them, you better have some names and you're split up and you're working.
Yeah.
And also, I know most of the time that a lot of times you go to those camps, you don't have to work them. You can just be a walk around person. And I know
the players
with that
or
coaches.
Oh, coaches.
To be a walk around that. I'd always encourage that. It was well known. Like I said, we went to different camps with that. We worked the camp. We'd be working the camp. So you get a chance to coach them, see them when they come through, to have some sort of a feel for them. But
when you were at LSU,
LSU with that. If we were at, now we didn't go out of the state because Ed Ogeron had a great plan. He said no one comes in the state. Everybody wanted to come in the state and have a camp. They all want to come in. Alabama wanted to come have a camp in New Orleans at that. And Coach got basically a coalition together of all the coaches and said, do not let anyone in the state. If you do that, LSU will come to your camp. So we went to La Tech, and then we went to Tulane's camp. We went to all the so the big Tiger logo was there when people showed up. But you were working. You weren't just
I mean, I saw it firsthand. They had to. I mean, what you got, Jake, is 300 kids. They're doing drills, but as a coach, it's not screw around time. I mean, you're trying to find some guys. You know, they did. They found a kid named Braylon Prude that doesn't have many offers, and people will say, God, he doesn't zip. He doesn't even have any offers. What's Nebraska doing? Well, this is the kind of guy you got to find.
To find gems, to try and find some gems.
He's 6'5", 190, runs a 49.86 in the 400-meter dash. They identified him, thought he could play a little bit. That's the kind of guys you got to look at.
Yeah. It's good. It's just, it starts the process.
Yeah. And if you're first, you have a better chance, right?
Yeah.
If you're the first to see a guy,
it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Although that's always been what I have always laughed at. Like, hey, coach, you can be his first offer. It'll mean a lot to him. It really
sometimes
doesn't.
It does.
It really doesn't. It really does. They're going to go to where they want to go.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like all of a sudden, you know, what happened at that? Well,
I went to really UTSA over Alabama because they were first.
They're first. Doesn't happen.
Right.
So someone gets noticed that life just moved. They're still thankful for you. They're like, oh,
you got me on the radar, my man.
Appreciate
Thank you.
So what I try to do is just look at the big picture, see how Nebraska's got to pull this off. I mean, Rule's got to pull this off. He's got to get Nebraska back, and I don't even know sometimes if fans understand right now that the recruiting is as tough as I've ever seen it at Nebraska because they've tailed off badly in the win column.
But people believe that NIL can fix that, but you're saying that's not the case, though.
Well, I mean, it can help. And that's how we get to Sims here, by the way. That's we can dovetail into Jeff Sims' discussion. Of course. But does anybody think you can just build your program with transfers? Just buy players from other places and say, okay, this is what I've got. No, it's got to be a combination of things. That's part of the formula. But one part of the formula right now, Bill, you can take issue with this if you want, but I'd say it's the toughest I've ever seen it at Nebraska to recruit.
So why do we start off with a negative?
Because I'm afraid you're going to attack me.
Why? I don't attack you, so I don't understand.
Yeah, but
people are taking I
think it might be as tough as I've ever seen it here.
I would agree that it's very difficult because you're coming off of not a lot of success
Right.
in the past, and the people coming up, people that being the recruits have not seen a lot of success at your place, and so that part is a little bit that's difficult. I agree with that.
It's been a while. These kids were in grade school the last time Nebraska was really good. There are kids in Texas that don't know what conference Nebraska's in. That's what you're dealing with. All right. They don't know what conference Nebraska plays in.
And that is difficult when, if you, like I said, you just spent 2 days in Texas when the Big Ten does not play in Texas. Right. When there's it's like, hey, will we ever play down here? No.
Now the reason
there's good players around, I'm not saying, but
right.
I'm saying that's why they don't know.
The reason Rule and his staff think it can work is because they do have deep ties in Texas.
Correct.
Rule made a pretty strong, real strong impression in Texas when he was at Baylor, and he's got staff members that
absolutely
that understand Texas. Really interesting. For instance, Garrett McGuire's recruiting against his father, which is a really interesting dynamic. Yeah, they recruit against each other. They're going after the same guys. Joey McGuire's at Texas Tech.
I'd like to know how Garrett does in that battle versus Joey.
I mean, it's just it's a
little more.
That's the part
that
they're actually absolutely going after the same players.
And you would think back in Husker fans, I would imagine would say, "Hold it, we're competing against Texas Tech."
Yes,
in recruiting, absolutely you are. Absolutely you are. You're competing against, like I said, TCU's, absolutely, Houston's, absolutely, Baylor, all those.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 or 4 guys I can say off the top of my head that Joey McGuire, the Texas Tech head coach, and Garrett McGuire going after same guys. In fact, one was at the camp the other day. So yeah, but anyway, yeah. Now you have Jeff Sims, and you do have to work the portal for sure, but you can't build a program on it. That's I don't think you can.
I agree with you, but in regarding Jeff Sims in terms of this upcoming season, people have been asking, how do you make him more accurate as a quarterback? How do you fix? I mean, if he needs to be fixed to a certain extent, 58% completion percentage is where he's at right now.
Well, that's what he was at Georgia Tech. He threw 30 touchdown passes and 23 picks, and you're right, he was 57% passer. I mean, in the spring, they asked him, 2 things. You have to improve your completion percentage and you have to cut down turnovers. And now some of that is understanding the offense at a high level, right? Some of it is just maturity, but you ask a good question. And I think what you're getting at is, if you're just a 57% passer, are you just a 57% passer? You can't get better? No, I think you can. But I think there's a process that has to be involved.
Yeah, I would say the compatibility of the offense, and also knowing where you're going with the ball.
Yes, and
also how well you can run the ball. Because if you can run the ball well, it's going to have some other options for you in naked and bootlegs, and it's where some easier throws potentially can come up. But it's always going to be always an issue. But to say that I didn't study any film on him, to say, well, he didn't throw, his percentage wasn't very good at Georgia Tech. And here's what I think it is. I think it's his throwing motion. I think it was the scheme. I think it was this. Have any of us studied him in that kind
Not
of
really.
fashion? I mean, I've not.
I can't say I have.
I can't just sit there and be. Sometimes you can go, oh, this is pretty easy to figure out why he didn't do so well. And here's what we can do to change that. Only those coaches, the Nebraska coaches, know that. They've studied him, so they've watched all, so they can say, here's where his issues were in completion percentage, and here's how we're going to fix him. Right now, I don't know enough about him to say this is what it is to be able to do that.
We know this. I mean, I talked to Marcus Satterfield. I guess it was Monday. He's got a big arm and he can really run. And when when Satterfield talks about the running ability, it's not, well, we're going to build this offense around his running ability. No, what he likes about it is Sims' ability to pull it and run it when there's trouble. I mean, he can get you.
And those guys scare you the most. They really do. As a defender, as a defensive coordinator, when it all breaks down and they can scramble on you and take off. I always use the term when the coaching's over. All of a sudden, the coaching's over now. Now it's on you. that's a tough one to be able to do because you're constantly like, the one that really scares you is the one that really hangs in the pocket and then just knows when when he gets it all the time there is, and then he aborts.
Right.
The one that just is just skittish, that they don't bother you.
They don't bother
you. It's just like, no, he's in panic mode.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Jumpy.
The one that can just
Like
be
a feral cat.
Like a feral cat. If
No.
I can hang in there.
Every day.
I can hang in there, and I know exactly when to be able to escape. Joe was like that. Burrow was like that. He run very well. Had some great escapes. Had some great runs. But it was only when he had been through progression, and then here's what we're going to be able to do with it.
Yeah, that's the way Satterfield. You were texting somebody. That's the way Satterfield talks about Sims.
So
that it's not about we're gonna run quarterback draws and option. It's more about he's really good at pulling it when he has to and going. And recognizing
that's been an important thing at Nebraska for a couple of years because the line is not protected very well, right? And Adrian was pretty good at getting out of sacks and creating plays with his legs.
He had about as good escapability as there was. Adrian,
because he had to. He wouldn't survive if he couldn't.
He had
escape.
a couple runs that were like over 80 yards for it was unbelievable.
Right, in the Illinois game, he had a long touchdown run against Buffalo. He had a long run to avoid a sack in one of those seasons.
Going back to Jamal Lord, I always thought during that period the broken play was Nebraska's best play. I just thought, okay, now he can go. Now this
Make it happen.
Yeah, like if the play broke down, I thought, okay, it's playground time, and Jamal was incredible on a playground.
Right? I thought Tommy Armstrong was the same way.
Not as like Jamal.
Not the same, but when he was
good.
extending the play, that's when he made his best throws, his best runs.
Yeah.
If it all goes awry, that's when things go well. That's not the best offense, but
no, it's not.
But Nebraska will have a great feel for what it was. If it was a processing thing, they didn't process all the particulars after the ball was snapped. Then you work on, okay, if that's the case, here's your process. This you can figure out a way to do better with it. So people always we have this not only debate, but I always stand up so strong on processing has nothing to do with that's not a smart dumb. That has nothing to do with that. Some people can just process very quickly what just happened around them and what's going on in a hurry. It's like certain running backs. It's like they never miss a cut. It's unbelievable. They can wind it all the way back. They can hit the A gap. It's just stuff you can't coach. And so that they have the ability to process really fast when things are going. Point guards in the basketball team process really fast.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible. So processing skills are one. Now I don't know what his processing skills are. I have no idea at that. But if processing is something that they can improve on, that's something that they can improve on.
Right. The game. I mean, if you're hoping that Sims, for instance, Jake raises this idea about improving his completion percentage, it can improve as the game slows down for a guy. And if he's getting older, the game's slowing down for him, according to Satterfield, that could help. You want him in, I think you just get him in the 60 range, and I think that would be good. He does have a live arm. He has a live arm.
But it comes down to also trust in not only your offensive line, but trust in your receivers.
Oh, 100.
Do you trust a guy to be in the right spot? Because if you don't, then hey, it's easy to get inaccurate or make a bad decision, force something. Can your guy get open for you, make a play?
Yeah,
on third and 5.
Yeah, I never say that's why. Okay, how does he get better? How does he get a better completion percentage? How does he cut down turnovers? I just don't think it's an easy answer in football usually. There's a lot that goes into that. But the game slowing down would really help.
Interceptions, again, I'd always ask the question of, is there 23 interceptions? Okay.
30 touchdowns, 23 picks.
So the question is always, how many of those were tip balls, drop balls? There's sometimes you might have 8 interceptions in that number that was like hit a guy in the chest, bounced off of you. So you don't know.
That's not on me, man.
I mean, you have to be able to figure out like that, or is one like that? Oh man, that was just a bad decision. That was really bad. Or were 2 or 3 of those also at the end of a game? Right. You were down 15. I had to throw it, or I threw a couple something late in the game, late in the half, threw a Hail Mary, they intercepted it. So there's always some things you'd look at for the numbers. It's like, is that accurate? And sometimes they are accurate. It's like the same thing with stats. Like you'd be like game 2. I love someone says game 2 or 3. Oh man, we're leading the nation in rush defense. I'm like, it's game 2. It's not you. It's not your stat. When you get to like game 9, then that's who you are.
Yep.
Then that's who you are. That's kind of how you look at things when you look at stats. You have to have all these different ways to look at them and just say, because if you go off of just the one thing, now as Bella will tell you, in track, it's pretty simple. What's your time?
Yeah.
Here's my time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, well, let me walk you through that.
Intangibles.
No, it's like, nope. What's your time?
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
It's not intangibles aren't a big discussion.
Not as much in that case to be able to do. But when you talk about the recruiting part, there's interesting comment on the TV last night by the commentators. Again, they're talking about, is it Braun? Is that how he says his name? From
help us
from the Nuggets from Kansas.
Yeah, Braun. Yeah,
Braun. Yeah, Christian Braun.
Played
Christian
really
Braun.
well last night.
He did have a good game last night.
And the announcer talked about how much playing time is in that. He goes, you give more rope to the highly competitive. So he goes, and that guy's highly competitive.
Christian Braun's mom was a great basketball player at Missouri. He comes from a family where I think there's 6 kids and all played Division I. He comes from a highly competitive family. His mom was a great player.
The number of times that I spoke on here on what's the thing that stands out the most? Competitive spirit.
Yeah.
Now, you can't play offensive tackle in the Big Ten at 5'10", 220, because he's just really tough.
Right.
I get that part. Yeah. But the competitive spirit, can you imagine if you just look at Braun, how many of those body types, or probably can even shoot like him, are there?
A lot.
A couple thousand?
A lot.
So it's probably what separates those people. What separates them? I always look back at all the things he did that were like off the court and different things like that. But could you compete harder than Dennis Rodman?
Hunger.
Dennis Rodman could compete harder.
Probably not.
When the ball went in the air, he's the one guy. It's like how does he get every rebound?
Maniacal.
How does he do this?
He was maniacal.
When you have those people like that, and you get a bunch of competitive dudes on your team, because then practice is better, everything's better.
Yeah.
That's the part. Yeah. That's the perfect
100.
storm that was going on when Nebraska was so good. Was that they had the talent level, but they had competitive spirit that was insane.
I call them
practice
killers.
Was insane.
I call them killers. You have killers.
They would try to embarrass you all the time, every snap. It was
wicked competitors.
They couldn't wait to practice. It wasn't like, what are we doing today? They like, oh, hey, we're doing inside run. Can't wait.
Right.
Can't wait for this. And
wicked.
There were so many times where it was just, you had to almost like figure out how you were going to practice so you could get your team through practice, because that's how much they wanted to go at it.
That's beautiful.
Against each other.
That gives me the
chills. If you want to have that, you want to have a tough, competitive team, recruit it.
Yeah.
Because there's not all of a sudden, like I said, you don't make that stuff up. Right. It's not like all of a sudden, like, you take your top boxers. It's like, he was really soft, but, he had a really good reach and stuff. So I just taught him how to be a boxer. No.
Do that again.
No. Hey, box it out.
Well done, Bill.
Yeah.
Box it out.
Yeah. But Bobby started off with just being a badass.
No, you're right.
That's how it starts. Like that. And it's kind of
100.
So that is you're looking for that's the part you're looking for the most, of the competitive spirit.
How do you look for it though? Like, what do you?
I
know how I do it, but
the first thing is always, are they multiple sport players?
Okay.
If they're not multiple sport players, not near as many of them are that. So you want to see guys that love to compete. They just want, and the ones that love to compete are the ones that are running in the 100 meters and they're finishing 4th. They're not winning it, but they're still running. They're the best football player on the team. But instead of being like, I'm just going to train, I'm going to run some ladders and do my stuff, get a personal trainer, I'm going to go out and try to run against these guys. I'm going to compete and be with my teammates. Those are the things you really look at. Or basketball. It's always, I remember watching it. I can't say that, I'm not going to say the place I was at, but it was recent. They're showing basketball highlights, and they kept showing the guy making threes. I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? I don't care. Show me some defense. Show me a rebound. Show me running the court. When you go to a basketball game, that's what you look for.
Mm-hmm.
You look for, it's not like, oh man, I can really shoot. Not what we're looking for. And that's not going to be what carries that over. So, but the competitive spirit part will be a big part of it. And that's hard to tell sometimes in camp. But you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell a little bit from it. It's hard to tell sometimes in camp how much they love to practice and do all the things that go with it, because you don't dip your toe in football.
The other thing about it is what happens if Sims goes down. You always got to think about that. Now, Satterfield says that Chuba had a great final 10 days of spring. It sounds like Chuba's number 2 to me.
How does that make a Husker fan feel?
Chuba? I don't know. I mean, you hope for development, because
that's the key. You had hope for a lot of development there.
Yeah.
Because if he has to have a lot of playing time,
he didn't look
a lot
prepared
of fear Nebraska
last year. For instance, when he went in against Illinois, I just didn't think he looked prepared. He didn't look confident to me. Now that might be more on Whipple than anything. Hey, by the way, how would a Whipple been in the dorm? That's a rhetorical question.
Selling for 14 days.
How is that gone?
He'd be like, I'm not sticking around.
I don't know if he would have done that.
Okay. Hey, coach, I'm going home. I'm not
But anyway, I just think I just don't know what that picture of Chubba Purdy will look like. I expect it to look different. I mean, I almost put that on Whipple. He didn't look ready against Illinois. Like, he didn't look like he had a good command. He didn't have good command. I don't know. That's just my amateur.
Wasn't ready.
That's just my amateur analysis.
Before we get to break, reminder, Blur parties. We got the College World Series tailgate coming up. It starts up next week. LSU might be there.
Wait a second. What's going on?
Blur parties.
Yeah.
Blur. BLUR. Blur parties.
We didn't make the cut.
Hilton, Omaha. The 11th time they've been up there. It's at 12th and Cass, right by the Hilton, Omaha, outside facing the stadium.
Okay.
It's a great time. It goes from 10:30 a.m. to midnight, June 16th to June 24th. Okay.
June 16th.
For $69, you can get lunch and dinner buffet, all you can eat, soda, water, cash bar. $99, lunch and dinner buffet, soda, water, beer, wine, and cash bar. And then at $119 for the whole day, lunch and dinner buffet, water, beer, wine, mixed drinks, the whole shebang, everything for just $119 for the entire day.
That's a good deal.
When do you think that the time change is going to be on the buffet? When's it going to go from lunch to dinner?
Probably, well,
what do you think? Like around
3:30 to 4, something
Ooh,
like that.
Okay.
3:30 to 4.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know that.
So I'll get that info.
I've said the whole time, spend the money. Spend the
Just
$119.
do it. That's fun.
Spend the $119.
You don't have to worry about paying any sort of cash. It's $119 is everything. Beer,
Can
mixed
you
drinks,
imagine
wine,
how cool
all
you
the
feel
food.
if you've got like the magenta wristband? It's
And
like,
you're like, yeah, I'm big time.
Yeah,
at
right
the-
here.
At Blur Parties.
Right here. Yeah.
You can buy yours at blurparties.com/Omaha or call them at 402-882-2448. The Blur Party at Hilton, Omaha.
Do that again. That was a lot of numbers.
Okay. 402-882-2448 or online Blur Parties, BLUR, blurparties.com/Omaha, June 16th to June 24th.
You think you can get one at the door?
Yes, you can. You can purchase these at the door also. If you,
I
if you
know
don't know,
you might push back at that.
and that's at 12th and Cass. You can buy at the door. So, all right, when we come back.
Unreal.
When we come back,
Unreal.
it's Bill's Thrills. Cool parenting tips on a Thursday. Let's discuss that.
I gotta work that in.
Got to work it in because it wasn't on the rundown the last 2 days.
On early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in J24 at 7 Boulevard. Our niche will provide all the convenience you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry. The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Nebraska Lottery presents one beautiful crazy scratch ticket and promotion. It's the $5 Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket with the $50,000 top prize. Enter non-winning Luke Combs scratch tickets for an opportunity to win a trip to Nashville, a private concert with Luke at the Ryman Auditorium, and a chance at $500,000. The Living Lucky with Luke Combs concert experience will hit you like a hurricane. Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket, top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certification Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. Success of your business doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save money, and you can buy it in 5-gallon bucket semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Landscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1667. If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you, as always, for all the texts today, 402-464-5685. We appreciate listening to you and the gifts from Gifts and Things. That says Sip's Grill Tool on it.
Y'all got one, too.
And it has a ticket logo on it, by the way, too. See that? It's a ticket logo on the right.
Amazing.
That's from David and Diet at Gifts and Things
Thank
in
you.
Holdridge. Wonderful little store there, downtown.
The
Holdridge.
Dusters.
The Dusters.
You were out there, right?
I was there for a two-man tournament.
Seems like a long time ago.
That was Friday and Saturday of last week, and then you flew out to Texas.
Yeah, how'd you do in your tournament? You got a hole-by-hole report for
No.
They got whooped.
We didn't play great. Didn't play great, but it was fun. Course is in great shape.
You got an outing planned this weekend.
I'm going up to Landman in Homer.
Drive back through Pender.
Yeah, Landman is the new course that opened up last August in Homer. That's like Sioux City area.
Sure.
And it's like getting rave reviews from everybody across the country coming over to Landman. So
it's a golf course.
It's a golf course. You asked if I had a golf outing. I said, yeah, I'm playing Landman.
Ask him if there's old veteran people from Homer area that you meet, somebody that's been around a long time.
Okay.
Ask if the Pink Elephant is still open.
Oh, that was a bar.
Yes, a bar. Yeah, it was on a.
Had you been many times
before?
before?
I've not been many times. Just ask about the Pink Elephant.
Pink Elephant.
Pink Elephant
in
yes.
Homer.
Yes, it's like a like you want a lake is where it was at.
All right, I'll check that out.
Like a wanna?
Yeah, so it'd been
like
right,
a wanna?
It'd been right between Homer and South Sioux City. The Pink Elephant. Find out if that's.
I will
still
ask.
open.
Lake Lackawanna?
Yes. Yes. You
I like that.
You used to have a little resort there. No, not so much.
Okay.
You did?
Yeah.
They used to, or you used to?
They used to. No, I didn't. I never owned my own fishing resort.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
I think I'd be a fun resort owner.
You would be.
Welcome the people come in here.
Oh,
come on in, kids.
You'd be incredible.
It'd be fun to,
This is your life calling
I
right
would
now.
love to get them signed up like that.
Come on in, kids.
Come on in, kids.
Welcome to Bill's Resort.
I'm trying to think of
It'd be
ways
fun.
for you to spend
Got
your
the boats right down here. I'll show you how to run those bad boys.
Oh, you'd love that.
Let's catch some fish. Let's have some fun.
We're trying to think of ways for Bill to spend his waning years.
Yes, because I don't have a job, which you've brought up almost every day.
Every
I
other.
didn't even bring it up.
I'm trying to find a way to take care of Bullet, and he's like, "Well, Bill doesn't have a job." And,
Bill could do it. He's got free
I
time.
didn't even
Bill
bring
will.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Oh,
bring
that was
it up
awkward.
today.
What was it like when you got fired? Was that fun? No, it wasn't.
I'm trying to figure out how to spend my waning
So I want to
years.
run a resort.
That would be good.
Yes, more of a general manager.
Well, I think you'd be fabulous. I'm not joking.
Come on in, kids.
I'm not,
to have you.
there's no joke here.
Yeah.
There's no joke. I'm not joking. I think you'd be fabulous at that.
Oh, you would excel at that.
Yeah.
You
So if
love
anyone
that.
out there is looking to hire a general manager for a resort, give me a call. Give me a call.
Okay.
Bella, check the lines.
They're calling in for job offers right
Could
now
be.
for
Could
you. I
happen.
got a spot for
There
Bill.
is an advantage to you working over the air and us having a massive audience. You can maybe fall into some work.
Yeah, thank you.
You got plenty of options to choose from here, Bill.
Yes.
After 8:05 every day, free to go.
You can fall into a job.
I can get a job. I'm going back to Pender, trying to get a job back there.
Okay. It is
We
time.
can start our own business.
Titletown.
in Titletown. It's time for Bill's Thrills. Ready for this? Ready?
I am ready.
Here
Go.
we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up El Mushroom.
Yeah.
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him, but to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one military for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
All right. Thursdays means cool parenting tips on Bill's Thrills. Bill, yesterday we had cousin power, right?
Cousin Power, which has got a lot of reviews, really good reviews on that.
We did.
Jeff from Farrell's said it was the best segment that ever was, and he knows because he's fit. Jeff's very fit. And he runs the best fitness program in Lincoln. It's unbelievable.
At Farrell's.
At Farrell's, he's unbelievable. Him and Nicole. In fact, if you want to lose that 100 pounds, probably lose it in 2 weeks there.
Yeah, you don't have to fast.
You don't have to
for 40
fast
days.
for 40 days like Russell Okung. Actually, do it right. You can eat. You can eat when you go to Farrell's.
Yes, they tell you to get some protein in you.
Please
They
do.
Yeah, unbelievable instructors
All right,
there.
flip
also.
the sheet.
There it is. The flip.
You tried to look. Today's parenting tip is the piano man. Remember our conversation yesterday? And this has been on my docket for months. We talked about Billy Joel.
Yes.
I was in the elevator with him in New York City.
That's right. Yes, he said yesterday. That was an awesome
I
story.
was in the elevator with Billy Joel. And so anyway, so the
Little guy.
Yeah, very small. In a tuxedo. Very nice.
Little man in a tux.
Yeah,
You sure it was Billy Joel?
Sure as Billy Joel. You know why? Because I'm like, okay, be cool. We were like, I got on like floor 28, like floor 27. He got on Marriott Marquis in Times Square, New York City. So I'm like, okay, going down at that. I'm just gonna like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can just say hi to this guy. And if it's possible, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture. But whatever, all of a sudden it starts to load up. Dink, dink, dink. Then he gets recognized, and people kind of start talking. And he is so kind to everybody. He was so. I'm like, I'm still going to kind of follow him out when we get to the lobby and kind of see if there's a chance, just see if there's a chance I can get a chance to, get a picture with him or autograph or just shake his hand. Because I'm very impressed with him. So at that, right, we're going to get out there. Some guy just screams in the back like that. Saw you and Elton in Philly, and I'm like, no, not doing it.
It's over.
No,
It's over.
Yeah,
You
be cool,
ruined it
man.
all,
Be
man.
cool, man. Nope, didn't do it. So I didn't get a chance. But anyway,
I'm not pushing back.
The piano man. So this is for life on me, that teach your children. Make them mandate that they take piano lessons. Mandate that they take piano lessons, especially for the males. It's probably easier for the females like that. For not easier, that's just more kind of what people think. Oh, the girls take piano lessons, guys don't. Oh my Lord! If you can play the piano, tell me the time. Can you play the piano?
I can play Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the Water. Can you play it?
I used to be able to play it better. I regret not playing as much.
So-
I regret giving it up.
So have you ever walked by a piano and been like, thank God I can't play that thing?
No.
All you think is, if I could just play that piano.
Something.
So on like every team that I've ever been on, one of the players can play the piano.
And
So
it's
you're on a
amazing.
road trip, you're playing at Michigan State, wherever you're at. All of a sudden there's a piano like in the hotel, and the guy sits down and starts playing. The team just gravitates to him. They are the coolest people in the room if you can play the piano, especially as a male.
Yes.
If you can play the piano, your whole life changes for you at that. And then I always thought, even if you just had your kid, your son, able to play one or two great songs, because if you can sit down and knock out one song and just be like, and they're like, no, play me, I'm out. Showmanship is off. Can you imagine being at a Christmas party and you can play the piano?
Yeah.
It's almost like one of those deals like that. If you're there and it's kind of like, oh, I kind of like Susie over there. Looks good. And all someone comes in and just starts playing the piano. You're like, yeah, I'm out. Piano guy's got her.
Yep.
The ability
100.
The ability to play the piano. So my stress to you is have your kids take piano lessons, and then
That's a great lesson.
then press on past the time when it's optional.
Yep.
What happens is people kind of start. Did you start it? And then you
I
got
played
to
it for 6 years, 7 years.
You get a
or so.
time, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm done.
I stopped doing it.
It's like, no, keep doing it. If you can keep playing the piano, you can do it. If nothing else, like I said, you have a few songs that you can do.
Yeah.
The art of the piano is unbelievable. The people that can play by ear, my grandma May could play, could just sit down with no music and just play.
She just start pumping.
Just start going. It was crazy. But someone that can play the organ, do whatever they do, can run a keyboard, incredible.
Do you have any more bullet points named after Bullet?
What's that? No more at that.
Bullet points.
The dog.
No,
Can you please name, when you have bullet points, we say those are named after Bullet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have more bullet points?
That's all the bullet points that I have.
It was good. People are saying it's a great idea, Bill. Piano lessons are incredibly important, and piano skill is great. Who doesn't like a piano player?
Do people like Billy Joel?
Yes.
Why?
Because he can play the piano. He's the piano man.
He's the piano man.
Elton John.
Elton John. Yeah, he crushes the piano.
Yeah. Bella, what do you think?
Oh, how about
your guitar?
She's guitar.
Gotcha,
Well,
okay.
guitar is cool too,
which is
by the
cool
way.
too. Any instrument.
Instruments are instruments, you know.
Yes, but the ability to be able to play the piano will change people's lives.
How about Jerry Lee?
Yes.
Jerry Lee.
I mean, when you can really bang one out on
Have
it.
you ever seen Jerry Lee Lewis play the piano?
I've seen it before.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jerry Lee learned.
Yeah.
Someone says Bill Murray in Groundhog Day plays the piano, gets all the ladies.
It's unbelievable. It's the last scene of. You know how much this is my favorite movie.
You love, yeah.
So Groundhog Day, the last scene, he sets the whole thing up. He goes and takes piano lessons because he keeps having to repeat the day, keeps over and over again. So every day he goes to the same lady and takes piano lessons. And by the time he's done, he can just knock it out. It's unbelievable. The scene is unbelievable. He's right. Groundhog Day is unbelievable in that scene.
All right, that's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Mid-Plains Advisors, Dirk Scott, and tie your contacts for all your financial needs at Mid-Plains Advisors. It is time for the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Bill did win yesterday on Famous Paul's.
You did win.
Revere.
Paul Revere. You got Paul Rudd / Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Paul Newman you got there. He had a good day.
What am I missing? Why was it Famous Paul? Just
I
random?
knew Paul Simon.
Random Wednesday. Wild Card Wednesday. He had Paul Simon. So today's topic, Sip was down in Texas. How about Huskers of the past from Texas?
Got it.
Where were they from? I will give you the
Good
players.
luck to any caller.
Where were
on
they
this one.
from?
Yeah.
So you have to know the town, the school,
the town.
Just the town.
Town.
The town.
Township. Good
The
luck.
town.
Good luck.
464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Trivia. He feels very, very confident in his ability to get the towns of former Husker athletes. David, how do you feel about your ability to get Huskers from Texas?
We'll see.
Okay, David.
All right, David.
No, Sip feels great, and he has Bill just in case.
One
for a
thing
live
about
game.
Bella I got to mention, as a female, she writes really well.
Yeah, very good writing. Good handwriting.
Bella, that ain't a dude. That ain't a dude who wrote that.
No.
Right?
see that?
You know, I've got chicken scratch. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I've got horrible handwriting.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we've
very
had some
clear,
mess. Yeah.
very well written.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
a
Bella.
female. That's a woman's writing.
Yep. All right.
Thank you, Bella.
Yeah, thank
Good job,
you, Bella.
Bella.
All right, David. First question goes to
Penmanship.
Bill, a lifeline for Sip. All right, David. First question: what town in Texas was former Husker quarterback Cody Green from?
I don't. That's a hard one.
Oh, I can picture him. I can still see him. He was
5 seconds.
What's it like? Dayton.
Dayton is correct. Dayton.
How did you get that?
Dayton, Texas is correct.
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
we're
know.
done.
We're done.
That's, hey, that
Dave,
great poll.
It was either that or that or Denton. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Denton.
That's fair. All right, Sip, for the tie, your first question. What town in Texas was former Husker quarterback Tommy Armstrong from?
Cibolo, Texas.
Steele High School. Yes, Cibolo, Texas is correct.
Yeah, Cibolo.
I'd be over right now.
All right, David, back to you for the lead. Last question. What town in Texas was former Husker running back Rex Burkhead from?
He was from Plano.
Brilliant. Hey, I got a question for Bill. If you say Dallas on that one, do you get it?
No.
Because isn't Plano basically Dallas?
I'm not going to give you Houston or
No, Bill. I'm asking Bill.
It really is.
Yeah, I think you get. If you say Dallas, you should get that.
Well, let's see how you do for your last question. Okay. He got Plano correct.
Okay.
For the tie, to force the tiebreaker. What town?
Work on your geography.
Bill's in play here. Yeah, Mr. Four Corners, North of America. What town in Texas was former Husker running back / linebacker Cody Glenn from? Cody Glenn.
Ooh.
Remember him?
Yes, very well. Cody Glenn. He was definitely from Texas.
That's
yes.
why he's on the game
100%.
show. Yeah.
100%. Bella agrees.
Yeah, 100% from Texas.
So we had Cody Green.
If you don't get
and
this,
Cody
it's curtains.
And Bill is in
You know the safety's in position here.
Oh, and David knows this one too.
You don't know this? No. So Lifeline's out. Cody Green.
Glenn. Cody Glenn. Cody Glenn.
Beaumont.
No.
5 seconds.
Fort Worth.
Safety, what was that?
That was Rusk.
Rusk is correct. Rusk, Texas. David was ready today. He was played
Good
well.
job, David.
Deserves the bagels. Congrats.
Good job.
We'll get you bagels. Thanks for calling and call down the road, David. Nice win today.
I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
All
he
right,
should. He earned those bagels. I hope they taste good. Yeah. They will. Get some
That was
coffee.
an impressive win because Sip,
Rusk is hard.
You felt very confident.
Yeah, you got another one? You got what's your tiebreaker? Throw it out to me and I'll put a number out there and Bill will guess.
I got this number from 24/7 Sports website. It said how many players from Texas has Nebraska had since the year 2000?
So signees you're talking about?
Signees.
That's hard.
Since 2000.
Since 2000.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
So you
Set
got-
it, Sip.
So you got 23 years here. And I'm not talking about the three that are committed. I'm talking about players who have been here and signed and have been at Nebraska. There are 3 committed from Texas.
147.
Oh, under.
What would you put it at, Bill?
Somewhere in the probably high 40s.
75.
75.
75 players. 75 from Texas since 2000.
Okay.
So that's the number.
Okay.
Kings of it, he wins bagel.
That was a good one. Plano's Dallas, though. Help remember that.
I know where I do know that's a Dallas suburb, but he got it correct. He went for Plano,
Plano's
which
correct.
is what I wanted to hear.
Boy, Rex was a beauty, wasn't he?
Rex was awesome.
Yeah.
Rex was great.
He was a beauty.
Great running back. Great
Yeah.
person. Just a great person in general. Great guy. The Spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you struggle with good news, you don't South Point Medical and STEM surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8255. 400.
The Nebraska Lottery presents one beautiful crazy scratch ticket and promotion. It's the $5 Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket with a $50,000 top prize. Enter non-winning Luke Combs scratch tickets for an opportunity to win a trip to Nashville, a private concert with Luke at the Ryman Auditorium, and a chance at $500,000. The Living Lucky with Luke Combs concert experience will hit you like a hurricane. Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, never the ticket.
Coppell Chevrolet GMC event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com. The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. With too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's summertime at the Lincoln YMCA. With 3 outdoor pools, swim lessons, camps, youth sports, and child watch, there's never a dull moment for the kids. Take your wellness goals to new heights with the Y's vast array of cardio and strength training options, free group exercise classes, and the dedicated help of their specialists that will work with you to implement a plan customized to meet your needs. With 4 convenient locations, there's a YMCA near you. Let's make this the best summer yet. Visit ymcalincoln.org to join today. The YMCA, for a better us.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Sold by Alpine Electric.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover. We got Chris Rapp with us today. AD is out in South Carolina doing speaking out there. Is that right?
Yep, he's speaking for the Bankers Association of Georgia.
South Carolina.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, there it is.
Okay, Bill.
Okay, so Bill told us the story earlier in the show about and yesterday about Billy Joel. He saw him in an elevator in New York City.
Well, and Bill suggested that you learn how to tickle the ivories.
Yes,
Right.
piano. That was part of the cool parenting tips. Yes,
Yeah.
play the
Don't
piano.
tickle Billy Joel.
Tickle the
Please
ivories.
don't.
That'd be very awkward.
Don't even try.
Don't even try that. That way you're getting
going
in
to
trouble.
prison. You're going to prison.
I've had 2 brushes with stars in hotels, and the most interesting one was Little Richard. When
That's right.
When
Yeah.
I stayed at the Hyatt on the Sunset Strip, and Little Richard and his people occupied the top floor, and I was there for 4 and a half days. And whenever he saw me, we saw each other a lot. We were seeing each other a lot. I'd get in the elevator, he'd be there with his people. One time I came down in the morning, he was down there, and he always greeted me with a "Hey, baby."
I would love that.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
Yeah,
How do you
well,
respond?
to this day, I still call people baby, and sometimes I call dudes baby, and they give me weird looks. But I think it's acceptable sometimes. Okay, baby.
Did you respond to him when he said
Yeah,
that?
I mean, yeah, I did. I mean, I was really freaked out by it. But he was super. I mean,
Little
as you can
Richard.
tell, he's a super nice guy. Like they were going to get donuts one time in his big, he had a big like stretch limo, and he asked me to go. And I couldn't because I was going out. I had to go out.
He asked you to go get donuts with him.
He said, "You can go. You can
Come
come
in
with
the
us."
limo?
Yeah, I couldn't go
Don't you
because I
have
was.
to go?
No, I was going
How
out.
do you not go with
do you
Little
not
Richard to
go?
get donuts?
I was going. I was
That's the
heading.
dumbest thing I've ever
No,
heard.
I was heading out to. I had to get to the event that I was covering.
They would understand why you were.
They would
not-
understand.
why
No,
you
they
were-
would.
Yes, they would.
So there's a whole deal. There was a whole deal. Like I rented a Mustang convertible that week, and this Hyatt, I didn't know this at the time. Rube, Nebraska, from Nebraska.
That's you.
This Hyatt was notorious for star. Like if you Google Hyatt Sunset Boulevard now, it was a famous place where stars stayed. And now he lived there. Little Richard lived there. And you can Google that too. He occupied the top floor.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, he'd always say, "Hey, baby." But here's what I didn't know. Now you guys probably would have handled this better than I did. You know, I had the valets park the car every day, and I suppose you got to tip them like $100. Now I wasn't. I was just I was
Rube.
young.
You were
I was
Rube.
a young Rube.
Yeah.
I was giving him like 5s probably. And now I don't know if this is what happened. This is my theory. At the end of my stay, the Mustang was keyed.
Oh boy.
They keyed the hell out of it. Now I don't know if it was a valet's, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it was long after the trip. I was kind of putting it together in my head, like I wasn't tipping. You know, I didn't know that there was a place where stars stayed. I bet they're used to getting tons of money, and here's I give them like $5, and I think they keyed it. They keyed the hood. They keyed the hood up. Anyway,
That's probably fun getting that rental car back.
no, it wasn't a problem. It was
It
insurance
wasn't a
covered
problem
it.
to have
No,
it keyed.
Insurance covered it. It wasn't.
To say what happened.
I
here. Well,
I for sure thought it would be a problem, but it wasn't at all. It wasn't at all.
In the fog during recruiting, going through the San Joaquin Valley.
Oh,
going
yes.
back towards Sacramento.
Beautiful area.
I hit something the size of a pop machine. It was I don't know what I ran over. It was huge. It took like everything off the bottom of my car. It was like I go to turn it in. They're like, "What the hell did you hit?"
Something.
Like,
Did it keep running?
Yeah, it was like the size of a pop machine. It was huge.
Do you have
It was a dead fog. Dead fog.
Yeah, dense. The fog that sets in there in that valley.
Oh yes.
It was
Been through there.
I was trying to get back to Sacramento is where I was driving, and it was brutal. When it sets in, you can't see a foot in front of you.
That is scary.
It's the weirdest, scary feeling. It's worse than snow.
You hit something
It's
bad.
just-
fog
oh, yeah.
is worse than.
Did
snow.
you hit
Fog
an
is the
animal?
worst.
Was not. I don't know what it was. The size of a
Hope it
pop
wasn't a
machine.
person.
Yeah, it was not. It was not a person. It wasn't a human. So, but they came.
You'd
like,
love to tell about it.
the bottom of like, what did you hit?
I don't. If I knew, I would tell you. I couldn't see.
I couldn't see. I
Just
couldn't
had to
tell what
keep
it was.
going.
Yeah.
Did you
So-
stop and pull over and check it out?
No, just kept going.
So you were thinking I was going to tell the Bob Dylan story where my brother.
That's Bob Dylan. That's right.
Yeah, when my brother asked him to play, it was his wedding night, and Bob Dylan was staying in the same hotel. Come on, my God, in Regency in Omaha,
And my brother asked him to play a song. And Bob Dylan looked at him, turned around, and faced the wall. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. He just turned around and looked at the wall.
Okay, point taken. Sorry,
That's as
Bob.
good as I can do. I don't think I have any other stars in elevators.
Corey and Lincoln has a take here. He says, and this is exact. He's right. This is exactly right. He says, Sip, when Little Richard asks you to get donuts, you say yes and deal with the consequences later.
It was a little.
This is a life story.
There were some
here.
complications in this story that I don't want to get into. Okay, there were some complications.
Did you consider getting?
Of course, I did. And I mean, Little Richard. I mean, I sort of came to know him. I mean,
hey, baby.
Yeah, he'd always say, "Hey, baby." So yeah, it was fun.
Do you think you were famous? Do you think
I know. I think I was pretty disheveled at the time. And I didn't know exactly what
Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't know why I was staying in that Hyatt. I was just booked. I didn't book it myself. Somebody booked it for me, and it was but now later it is a notorious place. Like Mick Jagger always stayed there. There's a lot of stories that come from it. Interesting stories.
Yep. Good.
It's right on Sunset Boulevard, right in the heart of Sunset Boulevard. And that's when I went out there to do the story on Tyronn Lue, when he was a rookie with the Lakers. And that was a whole nother. It was fast. Sorry, it was compelling.
I really wish, going back to the Bob Dylan thing, I wish I could see the elevator footage of that. The footage of him just turning around,
slowly turning face,
slow turn of just get the hell away from me.
Yeah,
leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I admire my brother for taking a shot.
He tried, got turned down.
Yeah, and he said, "Look, I just want to take a shot on this," and I know it didn't work.
Yeah, it's too bad. Raph, what's up next in the drive, man? Anything
what are you going to talk about?
I don't know yet. It's
come on, Raph. The show's like a minute away.
Yeah, you got to know.
Oh, we're going to talk about the new Nebraska Hall of Famers.
Okay,
nice.
Who are we talking about?
Oh, you got like Tommy Frazier. You got Pepin. You got Endicott. How was it?
Endicott.
Lori Endicott.
Oh yeah.
You got Pepin. He's getting in a year after retiring, so that was pretty quick.
Really quick. Definitely deserving.
And then was it Brittany Timko or Simcoe? Timko, the soccer player. So she was a little bit after I was. So.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
So we'll talk about that a little bit. And I also got a famous person. I was trying to think of a famous person I encountered.
Famous people encounters.
Yeah, this is a good one. So we're down in Atlanta, and me and my buddy.
Yeah.
And we're walking across the street and we see Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
No kidding.
And we're like, oh, dude, we got to go up and say hi to Dick Butkus. And we get about maybe 6 feet away from him. And I don't know what happened, if he got mad at a cabbie or who it was, but we saw the true monster of the Midway. He went berserk.
Really?
And he's just yelling and screaming at this guy. And me and my buddy were just like, this is awesome. So that was my.
Not the time to say hi, though.
Yeah, we didn't get to say hi to
Get
him.
a picture, Dick? No.
His
quick
selfie. Quick selfie.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah.
You see him pissed off. He's flipping you off.
I think it was better than getting to shake his hand. Just to see that.
You saw that
Butkus fury. You're just like, this is great.
In Atlanta.
Yep.
Okay.
And Sip knows I scared a broadcaster in Phoenix before. Sean McDonough. I just saw him at the bar,
What? And you were staring.
I didn't think I was staring at him that much.
Staring.
But he started noticing that I was seeing that this was Sean McDonough. He's been recognized. People have found
and he
out.
Left.
He left.
Jake
So
has made people uncomfortable.
I've seen it.
Fastball.
I've seen it.
Fastball, lead singer. Yeah, I got him freaked out too.
Yeah.
The venue of 100 people. What
You
am I
would be
supposed to do,
the
stay away?
person that would freak people out.
What? I didn't.
I'm telling you right
How?
now. If you're staring at people, you're gonna freak people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know
Why,
for sure.
What if Sip's staring at somebody? Or
I
Raph's staring?
can
Why is
really
it me?
fade out. I'm very.
If Bella's staring at somebody, they're not gonna freak out.
No.
They're gonna freak out.
Why though?
Yeah.
Fine.
I met Jerry Glanville at the
I'll
Orlando
take it.
airport. That was
Jerry
pretty cool.
Glanville.
Yep. He was decked out. In
I
all
don't know if
black.
that qualifies as a big name.
At the time it was. He was on. He was on.
Glanville catches a lot of tread.
This is a question that we were pondering off air. Is Little Richard bigger than Billy Joel or vice versa? Who's the bigger name there?
I'm going Billy Joel.
I don't think it's even close.
Billy Joel.
Billy
right?
Joel.
Billy Joel's
Piano
far,
man.
by
Yeah.
far.
Okay.
Billy Joel's
Okay.
Billy Joel by far.
I saw that when he just wrapped up a 10-year residency at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I don't think Little Richard ever did that.
No, he did
Guessing
not.
he made a little.
Now,
bit of
Little
coin.
Richard was gigantic.
He was, but Billy Joel was more gigantic.
Okay.
So, all right, that's it for us. The Drive with Raf and AD is next. For Steve Sipple and Bill Busch, I am Jake Sorensen. See ya.
Jake just freaking people.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their